On the court, you're never alone. When you're part of a team, you always have strength in numbers.
It's High School Hoops on the Seven Mountain Sports Network. Brought to you by Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia, Edmonton State Bank, Aqualand Pool and Spa, Toyota of Bowling Green, State Farm agent Will Coker, and NCTC powered by Warren RECC.
It's the Barren County Trojans and Warren Central Dragons on the Seven Mountain Sports Network.
Now down to the court with Ryan Murphy and Big Hamp.
Well, it's a lair that is no stranger to success here in Bowling Green. And as you see on those banners, they're no stranger to building championship pedigrees, and that's exactly what the Dragons Lair is known for right here in downtown Bowling Green. Warren Central High School is where the Seven Mountain Sports Network is brought to as we bring you into the broadcast booth. Big Hamp, Ryan Murphy here with you as we continue our coverage of high school hoops here in South Central Kentucky. A fun time it's been. We've got a doubleheader on deck tonight with Barren County Trojanettes and the Trojans coming in to visit the Warren Central Dragons and Lady Dragons. Sure to be a fun time here in the 4th Region, Hamp, and we just continue to bring the best coverage possible.
Man, the best coverage possible all the way around. Might be a little biased, but
yeah, we
best coverage all the way around.
Absolutely. Now, when you look at these two teams tonight, this, especially on the boys' side, there's maybe a little bit of grievances from last season, but on the girls' side, it's an up-and-coming Warren Central Lady Dragons team under their first-year head coach, Tim Page.
Yes, they are coming into a situation where they are going to battle tonight. They're going to be battle-tested even more as they go on through the year, but tonight is definitely going to be one for the Lady Dragons because the Lady Trojans have come to play. The Trojans and the Dragons, though, going to be a serious little battle.
And for the Trojanettes with head coach Piper Lindsay, in her 11th season now with the program, she's been arguably one of the most consistent and most successful head coaches in Trojanette basketball history, and that just continues to showcase year in and year out, and it shows this year and led most importantly by junior Shelby Bird, who is getting close to that 1,000-point mark.
Man, that young lady right there is putting up bucket after bucket after bucket. She's just dropping them, man. I'm telling you, she already has like 257 on the year, man. She's absolutely killing it.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a brief break. When we come back, we'll continue our pregame coverage here. We've got the Trojanettes and the Lady Dragons on deck here in just a moment. When we return, you're listening and watching local high school hoops here on the Seven Mountain Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait, the dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
Welcome you back inside the Dragons Lair here at Warren Central High School. Lady Dragons set to host the Barren County Trojanettes here in just a few moments. We welcome you into our pregame show here on the Seven Mountain Sports Network. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside as we give you our team comparisons for tonight's matchup. The Trojanettes runners-up in the 4th Region tournament last year, and the Lady Dragons went all of last season, Hamp, without a win. And so far, head coach Tim Page in his first season with the program has already, well, I don't know if you'd call it doubled it, but 2 wins on the season so far for the Lady Dragons. Definitely seeing some improvements.
They actually ended up with 3. They didn't have a marked in.
Three wins.
Yeah,
yes, 3 wins.
They didn't have that one marked in on us, but we found it, and, man, they are absolutely doubled it. And added one to it.
Yes. And Tim Page, obviously a Warren Central alumni himself and a former 4th Region champion as well here with the Warren Central Dragons in his playing days. But so far going into tonight, you look at those points, no doubt the Trojanettes and their offensive success is what's going to give them the edge in this battle.
Oh, yeah, the Trojanettes are absolutely monsters on the court. They do everything that they got to do. I've watched them for several years. When I drove a bus for Bowling Green and I used to drive the girls up there to play Barren County, man, just watching them ball. is something special.
Now, when we look at the players to watch for tonight, first up, take a look at Barren County. Shelby Bird is having a season to remember and a career to remember in Trojanettes history. This season so far in her junior year, averaging 18 points per game. She's got 953 points to her career name so far, Hamp. Tonight, she's going to edge a little bit closer to that 1,000-point mark.
She's going to edge close to it, and she possibly could get it, man, if she just keeps playing the same type of ball that she's been playing all year long. She is really tough. She gets after it. She's on the board. She's shooting. She's doing it all, man. She's absolutely great.
There's on your screen, you can see her. She's at the top of the key shooting some three-pointers because that is what Shelby Bird is known for most. She's got an elite range from deep, but she can also drive into the paint. She's also lethal from the free throw line. That's something you're going to see out of her game later tonight. Then looking at your player to watch for tonight's Warren Central Lady Dragons, Myra Mayberry has kind of been the front runner for the Lady Dragons so far this season, averaging 10 points per game, at least by the stats that we have access to from the team. And something to make note of tonight, Hamp, is as both teams were warming up, the Lady Dragons currently coming back out onto the court. One of their players did go down, so that's something that maybe you're going to take an eye on. It looks like she may be back out on the court, possibly a leg injury, it looked like. But they may not be at full strength, but they're still going to come out and give it their all. That's what Tim Page has emphasized here in his first season at the helm.
And that's exactly all they have to do, man, is just give it their all and play the game the way that they want to play it and don't play into anybody else's game.
Now you see them walking out there onto the court. You see it there on your screen. Both teams warming up, getting ready for an exciting start to a doubleheader tonight between the Trojanettes and the Lady Dragons. We'll go ahead and step aside. When we return, we'll continue our pregame coverage. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Here's 5 ways to keeping your Toyota running smoothly. Get long life out of your vehicle. Make sure you're checking and changing your oil. If your tires look like this, that's not good. Is your vehicle slow to start? Let us check your battery. Stop in, let us check your brakes. It's very important to make sure all your fluids are topped off. When you're ready to get your car serviced, come see the team at Toyota Bowling Green.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Welcome back inside Warren Central High School here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside. Trojanettes set to face off against the Lady Dragons here in just a moment. As we give you our keys to the game for tonight, obviously we mentioned earlier in our pregame how the Trojanettes' offensive prowess led by Shelby Bird is something you're going to have to watch out for. For the Lady Dragons, it's going to be about prioritizing and capitalizing off of your opportunities in the paint and in your own scoring in order to keep up with them.
Yes, the Lady Dragons, they have to crash the boards, create good shot selections, and take one goal at a time. One basket at a time is all they need to do. Don't rush anything. Just play their brand of basketball. The Trojanettes, all they got to do is just keep playing. Just keep playing the way they play it, and do not take the Lady Dragons lightly.
Now, this is a situation for Barren County that they're, I don't want to say unfamiliar with, but maybe slightly unfamiliar with this season because only 2 losses have they recorded on the year. One of those being their most recent game against Clarksville Christian Tennessee, where they lost by 10. That final score was 48-38 just a couple of days ago, and uncharacteristic for them to fall. Their only losses have been to Tennessee teams this season, which is also kind of an interesting stat.
Yeah, it seems like it takes a team from out of state to get them to take them down right now, man. The Trojanettes are absolutely balling, and like I said before, I've watched them for a while, man, and this coach has always had the Lady Trojans always doing their best. They're always tough. They're always pushing the ball. They're always crashing the boards.
Now, when it comes to the Trojanettes as well, at least for the Lady Dragons, kind of an odd thing to have 2 teams that both just lost to the same team, both of them losing to Clarksville Christian Tennessee in their last games coming into this one. So an interesting matchup tonight, but Lady Dragons only scored 16 points in that loss to Clarksville Christian. So tonight, just like you said, Ham, crash the boards, get those second chance opportunities.
Got to get the second chance opportunities.
Now we look at the starting lineups for tonight for your Trojanettes that are visiting here at Warren Central tonight. Your starting lineup starting number 3 at guard, the sophomore Mahala Burton. I had to get a correction on that one from Jay Turner. Appreciate him for that. Also starting at guard, the sophomore number 11, Addie Slagle. Also starting at guard, the junior number 24 is Shelby Bird. That's our player to watch for tonight. Starting at forward, number 32, that's the senior Riley Wilson. And starting at guard, the senior number 35, and Ashley Atkinson, coached by head coach Piper Lindsay in her 11th season with the Barren County Trojanettes program. Now looking at your starting lineups for the Warren Central Lady Dragons tonight. Starting at forward, the senior number 1, that's Myra Mayberry. Starting at guard, the junior number 5, Layla Tisdale. Starting at guard, the senior number 11, Diamond Posey. Starting at freshman, listen at me. Starting at guard, the freshman number 13, Regina Basham. And rounding out the starting lineups for the Lady Dragons tonight, the sophomore guard, number 23, is Charlie Bailey, who we actually did just figure out. She was the one who, in warm-ups, did look like she may have hurt her leg or had some kind of lower leg injury, but she is back out with the team on the court. She is warming up with them at the moment, and I believe maybe stretching out whatever it was she felt happened in that leg. So hopefully going to get to see her play in some action tonight. She's currently talking with her coaching staff over on the sideline, so good to see her back in the action. Those are your starting lineups for tonight's matchup. Lady Dragons are, of course, coached by head coach Tim Page in his first season at the helm of the Lady Dragons program. Your area schedule for tonight in boys action, Bowling Green's at Taylor County, Butler County is at Greenwood, South Warren's at Franklin Simpson, Adair County is at Glasgow, and Logan County is at Edmonson County. We'll make sure to give you score updates for those throughout the evening for both doubleheader broadcasts. And tonight in girls action, Hart County is at Warren East. Butler County is at Greenwood. That's a doubleheader as well. South Warren at Franklin Simpson's part of that doubleheader. Adair at Glasgow, and Logan County at Edmonson County. Several doubleheaders going on across South Central Kentucky tonight and this afternoon. We appreciate you for joining us here tonight on the 7 Mountain Sports Network camp. We're looking into this matchup, of course. We've got the boys game also coming up after that. We'll have a brief pregame, I imagine, before we get into that one. But really, it's just a great atmosphere and a great scenic atmosphere that Warren Central provides.
Man, always a great atmosphere here at Warren Central, man. I don't know if anybody remembers back in the day, if you're listening, back in the day when they had the wooden benches and the wooden bleachers sitting out over here, man, and the upgrade looks very, very nice. They got the banners hanging up from the winds, man. This is a very, very historic court. This is a very, very historic team. Coach Riley, who's one of the greatest, court named after him, one of the greatest coaches to come out of this area, man. I tell you what, this atmosphere in the, I like you calling it the Dragon's Lair.
Yes.
The atmosphere here is always electric. It's always boosted no matter what.
And it feels like maybe we missed out on a good one last Friday night when Bowling Green came to the Dragon's Lair and Warren Central showed them who's boss, for lack of a better term. Great game, great contest, but no doubt the Dragons have forced their way as front runners once again for a 4th region favorite.
Oh, yeah. The Dragons will always be, in my opinion, they'll always be one of the top 2 teams around. Of course, you got Bowling Green, and this year South Warren is looking really, really good.
Lady Dragons currently on the rise, and we'll see how they fare against the Trojanettes tonight. As we step aside, you're listening and watching local high school hoops here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the presentation of the colors and remain standing for the flag of the national anthem. Today's color.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait. The dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome back inside the Seven Mountains Sports Network. Currently wrapping up pregame festivities here inside Warren Central. Flags currently leaving the arena after the national anthem played by the Warren Central JROTC. A great rendition by the Dragons band as well. As the Dragon leaves the field, and great rendition by the band and the JROTC as we welcome you back into the broadcast booth. Brian Murphy, Big Hamp alongside here as we continue our coverage of local high school hoops. Starting lineups getting ready to be introduced here to the audience tonight as the Barren County Trojanettes set to take on the Warren Central Lady Dragons at the moment. And it looks like swapping out in the starting lineup currently for the Lady Dragons. It looks like Avea Bowman is going to be swapping out for Charlie Bailey, who we mentioned hurt her leg in warm-ups. It looks like she's still going to be active with the team. She's still on the bench, it looks like. But big on the lookout for Avea Bowman to step in her place potentially early in this game. Piper Lindsay heading out to greet her team at center court after their introductions. And the Lady Dragons set to be introduced here as well. Hamp, a game tonight where the odds may seem too great for the Lady Dragons, but they've got Myra Mayberry, who was just introduced, heading out to center court, who could be a big piece and maybe building some offensive success in the team tonight.
Yeah, if she crashes the board and just shows leadership out there on the court, gets everybody set up, make sure everybody stays calm, cool, and collected, they might be able to hang in there with this Trojan team. But these Lady Trojanettes, I'm telling you, they're tough. They're tough. It's a tough order to pour on, but I think they could pull it together if they just don't lose confidence.
It looks like Charlie Bailey is going to remain in the starting lineup, so glad to see that. She does have a leg brace, it looks like, of some kind, or a strap on her right leg. So she will be starting in the matchup tonight. You see head coach Tim Page there in the huddle with them before they head out to center court for the start of the game. First quarter just moments away. Again, we appreciate you for tuning in with us here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network, whether you're listening over the radio waves or via our broadcast on YouTube. And if you're able, tune into our broadcast on YouTube. If you're not driving, you're sitting in the comfort of your home, pull up the YouTube app on youtube.com or anything of that nature, and you can find us here. Tip-off underway. Mayberry wins it for the Dragons, and off they go. You can just look up Seven Mountains Sports on YouTube to find our live stream if you'd like to tune along with us. We've got multiple cameras of coverage as well to tune in for that. And Barren County coming away with a steal. Back down the floor goes Addie Slagle, who lays it up off the glass for two. An easy lay there.
That was a nice little steal she got, but we had a player lose her shoe there during the steal. She was able to get the ball from her.
At least at the moment, looks like they counted the points, just called a dead ball. And now Charlie Bailey will have the inbound to Regina Basham, and back down the floor go the Lady Dragons. Trojanettes lead 2-0. Already under 7.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Mayberry going to hand it off to Bailey on the right wing. Now she's sitting top of the key, guarded by Ann Ashley Atkinson. Hands it off once again to Regina Basham. Pass inside to Mayberry. Pass too high, and it's intercepted out of the air by Atkinson. Atkinson slings it down the floor to Shelby Bird, but that one's intercepted by Diamond Posey, and once again intercepted by the Trojanettes. That's Mahala Burton. Here's Shelby Bird in the left corner. Passing outside to Addie Slagle. This has been a dynamic duo around the perimeter all season long. Slagle now running the point, top of the key. Look around outside, passing to her right to Ann Ashley Atkinson. Now finds Shelby Bird on the left wing, thinks about the three. Instead, dribbles inside, hands it off once again to Atkinson. Can't connect on the shot, lays it back up and in. 4-0 lead to start this one for the Trojanettes. Team as a whole so far 2 for 3 from the field. 2 points for Slagle and a miss and a make for Ann Ashley Atkinson. Here is Trojanettes lead 4-0. 6.5 minutes, a long three there from the left corner, incomplete for Posey. And that one's rebounded by Addie Slagle. Back down the floor goes Atkinson, trying to shake off the defender in Bailey. She misses that shot. It's rebounded by Mayberry. Lady Dragons marching slowly down the floor, running off plenty of clock here in the first quarter. Driving to the right side is Basham. She's guarded by Slagle. She gets trapped in the middle of Bird and Slagle. Pass inside to Mayberry. Mayberry fighting to the rim, puts up a shot, gets her own rebound, misses both, and it's rebounded by Atkinson. Back down the floor go the Trojanettes. Here's Bird with a full head of steam around the top of the key. Hands off to Slagle, left wing. Now playing hot potato. Bird left some space, takes the three, drains it.
That's what she does. If you leave her open just a little bit, she'll take that shot and she'll make it.
Lady Dragons still trying to slow the momentum here. Trojanettes on a 7-0 run to start this game. 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Driving inside is Basham. Kicked out for a right wing three by Bailey. That one no good. Out of the chaos escapes Shelby Bird as she drives down the floor. Pass inside to Atkinson. Tries to fake out. Passes it to another Trojanette waiting down low who draws the foul. And she'll head to the line to shoot two. That was Mahala Burton. Let's take a look at that replay. That three-pointer by Shelby Bird that she knocked down from the top of the key. You give Shelby Bird an inch of space and she takes a mile, and that proves it right there. To the free throw line is Mahala Burton as she knocks down her first. Leads the team from the charity stripe on the season with 82.6%.
If you want anybody on the line, you want her there.
Second shot is good, so a 2-for-2 trip that time. Trojanettes extend their lead 9-0 in the first quarter. Here's Slagle on Rivera Ortiz. That one no good. And Trojanettes back down the floor. Bird, long pass to Burton. Burton driving up inside, tries to draw the foul, misses the shot, and it's rebounded there by Mayberry.
The Trojanettes are kind of rushing some of their shots. They're missing a few of these ones that they normally would hit, these easy layups that they bring in. And it seems like they're kind of rushing it just a little bit because I feel like they might know that they got this in the bag.
Back down the floor with a steal come the Trojanettes. Shelby Bird, 1-on-2, banks it off the glass for two, making it look easy.
Yeah, they can't. Well, go ahead.
And a timeout called by the Lady Dragons. You see Shelby Bird marching down the floor. She's already got 5 points in this contest. We'll go ahead and step aside as the Trojanettes lead 11-0. You're listening and watching local high school hoops here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
How many miles are on it?
Man, I lost count, but runs great. Do you want it or not?
I think I'll pass.
Coming out of the timeout are the Trojanettes, currently on an 11-0 run to start this game. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter as they lead over the Lady Dragons. And one of the big difference makers so far, Lady Dragons with 4 turnovers to the Trojanettes 1 turnover. And Trojanettes also out-rebounding them 5 rebounds total for the Trojanettes in the first quarter so far. Surveying just inside the right wing is Basham. Looks like fouls called separately there on the floor. Out of bounds, so Lady Dragons will stay in play. Look for the pass inside. Finds it late to Mayberry in the left corner. She's going to try to drive. Outside baseline. Tries to lay it up and in off the finger roll. Can't get it to go. And Ashley Atkinson once again with the rebound. Here's Burton off to Shelby Bird. Same spot she hit that three before. That one rims out. Fighting for the rebound inside was Hannah Bragg. She draws the foul.
As you see, Ryan, man, those Trojanettes, man, they crash the boards. It doesn't matter who's shooting it. There's always somebody around to at least contend for the rebound.
Hannah Bragg at the free throw line. She'll shoot 2. She's a 57% free throw shooter on the season. Misses the first. So again, the rebounds being a big difference maker so far for the Trojanettes. They've got 7 already here in this first quarter, leading 11-0. Second shot, no good for Hannah Bragg as Mayberry hauls in the rebound. Back down the floor, Basham running point for the Lady Dragons. Looking to get on the scoreboard, but the Trojanettes starting this game 11-0. Surveying. It's Faustine, who just checked into the game after that timeout. Sends it outside to Bailey. Again, reminder, Bailey did have that scare to her leg in the warm-ups as she passes it outside. A long three-pointer from the left wing. No good for Basham, and getting the rebound to Shelby Bird. Here come the Trojanettes back down the floor. Slagle going to drive baseline. Pass it outside. That one to McFall. Can't get it to fall. Goes off the back iron, and now Addie Slagle going to try her own shot at it. Again, back iron. It's going to have a lot of attention tonight from either team as wrestling in the rebound or the Lady Dragons. Back down the floor. Faustine for the Lady Dragons sends it over to Basham. Basham looking for a way out of the right wing. She's going to march herself over. Hands it off to Faustine, top of the key, and now she's back in that same spot on the right wing. Going to drive inside baseline. Tries to draw the foul. They'll call it on the floor. Against Barren County, it looks like, so it'll stay with Warren Central.
These Trojanettes, man, the defense that they are putting on the Dragons, man, they're not allowed right now to get any good shot selections. The shot selections that they have taken have been pretty decent, but they're not what they are really wanting to get on the board.
Mayberry running inside, looking for that pass below the rim. She has to haul it in, wrestling between 2 defenders, and it looks like they're going to say that in the bustle of it all, Layla Tisdale grabbed the ball and stepped out of bounds. That turns it over to Barren County. 5 turnovers now for the Lady Dragons in the first quarter. Driving inside is Mahala Burton. Can't get it to fall. Charlie Bailey with the rebound. Still an 11-0 lead for Barren County here in the first quarter. Sends it outside to Mayberry. She's going to take her own 3. Too strong. Back iron. And Shelby Bird once again coming away with the board. 10 rebounds for the Trojanettes already in this first quarter. Shelby Bird having at least 2 defenders on her at all times. A good spin and a lay for Hannah Bragg as she knocks down her first points of the game. 13-point lead now. It's a 13-0 start for the Trojanettes in the first quarter. Surveying is Charlie Bailey from the right wing. She's guarded by Addison McFall, who just checked in after the timeout as well. Tries to put up a shot, blocked by McFall. Now here she goes. She's going to pass inside to Burton, waiting underneath the net. Has to quickly jump out as the Lady Dragons pack the paint. Sit outside, and Ashley Atkinson with a 3 from the left wing. Bounce off the inner part of the rim. Mayberry wrestles in the rebound. She'll get called for the travel as she hits the floor. So Barren County will have it under their goal on the baseline.
Mayberry is down there banging with them for the rebound. She has 6 or 7 already on the game. She's really doing good getting the rebounds, but they just got to get some points on the board.
Pass inside to Bird. Bird inside to Bragg, and she lays it up off the glass for an easy 2. So several key scorers contributing tonight for the Trojanettes. Bragg with 4. Slagle with 2 so far. Bird with 5. Not just one person contributing to the 15 points the Trojanettes have scored so far. Outside to Mayberry. Thinks about the 3 from the right corner. Instead, passes outside to Faustine. Faustine guarded by Burton. Sends it over to Mayberry. Mayberry guarded by Bragg. Passing outside. That's Posey. Sends it back out to Faustine at the logo. She's going to drive to the right side of the free throw line, but it ends up getting tipped out by Atkinson. Wrestled in by Hannah Bragg. They wrestle for it. They'll call a jump ball. It'll be a foul on Faustine. That'll be her first of the contest, and the Lady Dragons' 3rd this quarter. Under a minute to go now in the first as the Trojanettes are off to a 15-0 start. Addie Slagle gets the inbound. Running point, top of the key. Kicks it over to McFall. Good ball movement here from the Trojanettes. Finds a way inside, and Ashley Atkinson can't knock down the shot, and the Lady Dragons get the board. Back down the floor they go. That's Basham spinning right side. Pass out to Posey. Posey outside to Bowman. Bowman top of the key. That one gets tipped out. Dribbles off the shoe. Recovering it is Barren County. Looks like that was Layla Harris, but she stepped out of bounds trying to recover it. No, they'll say the last one to touch was Layla Tisdale, so Barren County will have it on the turnover. Final 20 seconds of the first quarter. Trojanets lead 15-0. Slagle outside to Harris. Harris passing inside, intercepted by Mayberry. Good defense that time for the Lady Dragons. Nearly lost it on the dribble. Still marching down the floor is Basham. Tries to lay up a strong two. Won't fall. Final 3 seconds. They'll have to put up a last-second shot. Will not fall for Layla Harris. And that will conclude the opening quarter for the contest today as the Trojanets lead 15-0 after one. You're listening and watching local high school hoops here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back inside the Dragons' lair at Warren Central High School, and so far Dragons do not seem to be scaring the Trojanettes as they march right into the lair on a full head of steam, led by head coach Piper Lindsay there, as you see on your screen, in her 11th season at the helm of this program, arguably the most successful and most competitive and consistent head coaches in Trojanette history, and a strong first quarter for her team there. Obviously some shots that they would have preferred to fall, but a 15-0 start is not something you can bat an eye at as the second quarter now underway. That first quarter coverage you just watched brought to you by Aqualand Pool and Spa. Here's a long three from McFall from the left side. That one no good. Gets tipped out though, so Barren County is going to hold on to it. Top of the key with Harris. Harris going to drive. That's Slagle. Kicks outside. Now back in the hands of Harris, right wing. Now with Slagle once again. Fakes the stop and pop. Inside pass to Atkinson. Tries to lay it up and in. Won't go. Mayberry wrestles in the rebound. Back down the floor goes Regina Basham. Looking for that pass to her right side. She was guarded by Addie Slagle. Now once again a pass to Avea Bowman. Now in the hands of Regina Basham. Back outside to Mayberry. Mayberry driving way wide outside. Driving inside. This one passed up high. No good. On the shot for Posey. Back down the floor goes Barren County. Here's Atkinson on the left wing. Pass inside. Now back out to Slagle. Slagle to McFall. Playing a game of hot potato are the Trojanettes, but it's working so far because they've got the hot hand. Here's Addison McFall on the left wing, passing it way outside to Riley Wilson. Thinks about the three. Looks to pass it inside to Atkinson, but a little too strong. It goes out of bounds. Turns it over to Warren Central. That's only 3 turnovers total so far for the Trojanettes. Get a reminder, that first quarter coverage you just saw brought to you by Aqualand Pool and Spa.
Trojanettes are moving the ball around really nice, but again, like you said, we just got to get the ball into the basket.
Missed shot there by Basham, and Trojanettes taking full advantage. Harris trying to lay it up, too strong. Mayberry wrestling for the rebound, and she pulls it down. Shakes off Addison McFall as the Lady Dragons marching back down the floor. They're not hesitant to drive to the rim, and now the opening 2 minutes of this second quarter, Trojanettes have yet to score in the quarter. They still lead 15-0. Missed shot there once again for Warren Central. Here's Shelby Bird on the left wing, passing inside. Fully willing to share the rock is Shelby Bird tonight. A drive up for Layla Harris. Shot no good. Back outside to Shelby Bird. She's going to drive baseline one-on-one. Fakes it. Kicks it outside to Slagle. Slagle with a long three. Looked like she might get a lucky bounce, but it won't fall. Mayberry wrestles it in, and Diamond Posey recovers for the Lady Dragons. Back down the floor. Here they go in transition. Hands it over to Posey. Posey out to Bowman. At the top of the key. Now over to Basham once again on the left wing. She's guarded by Slagle. Pass inside to Mayberry. Mayberry with some daylight. Pegs it up and in off the glass to put the Lady Dragons on the board. They get their first points, and a timeout is called by the Trojanettes. Barren County leading 15-2. We'll go ahead and step aside. You're listening and watching local high school hoops here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like CalSpa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait. The dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like CalSpa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
Welcome you back into the Seven Mountain Sports Network. Lady Dragons break through and get on the board with a layup from Myra Mayberry. Let's take a look at it courtesy of Toyota of Bowling Green. If you're watching on our live stream, a good fight to the rim, and she got the daylight she's been looking for so far in this contest and laid it up off the glass. A strong finish there as Trojanettes lead 15-2. Shelby Bird responds with a deep three on the left wing. Now an 18-2 lead for the Trojanettes. Just over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Here's Basham trying to shake off a defender. Had some daylight around the free throw line. Now the pass lost by Bowman. Jumping down onto the ball is Addison McFall. They wrestle for it, and a jump ball is called.
Jump ball.
It's like it'll stay with the Lady Dragons. They'll toss it in from the far sideline. Basham, inbound pass to Bowman, who avoids the backcourt violation on the pass. Now back in the hands of Basham. Right around the logo, she's guarded by Slagle. Running off the screen by Tisdale, and it's stolen away after a tip by Mayberry. Pass it to Shelby Bird, wide open in the lane. Banks it off the back glass for two. Shelby Bird leading all scorers so far with 10.
This is what the Trojanettes will do to you. They'll get the ball and they'll run it right on down and put it in 2 points at a time, even though they can get three almost whenever they want. And got us a walk.
Travel called against via Bowman. That is 10 turnovers now for the Lady Dragons in the contest.
A lot of this stuff that the Lady Dragons are going through is not caused solely by themselves. It's because the Trojanettes are playing great defense, and any shots that the Lady Dragons are taking, it's because they are just taking what they can right now. It's not anything that they're really rushing.
Lady Dragons setting a zone at the moment. Barren County looking for that opening inside. They find Shelby Bird, but her pass is blocked by Mayberry as she hits the floor, but finds Charlie Bailey to escape a bad situation. Running point now is Faustine around the logo at center court. Back in Dragons territory, going for the basket. Kicks it back outside to Posey, and it's ripped away by Shelby Bird. Bird with a deep pass to the other end of the court. Pass up inside to Wilson. Banks it off for two.
Riley Wilson.
Good ball movement.
Trojanettes showing their expertise at moving the ball around the floor from one end to the other, even in a fast break transition. Shelby Bird is able to find it. Another steal for Barren County, taking full advantage. Passing Shelby Bird once again, wide open in the lane, tries to draw the foul, can't connect on the shot. And Mayberry once again wrestles in the board. I think she's got to be nearing double digits in rebounds already.
Oh, yeah, she is there at 9 at the moment. One more, and she'll have that 10.
Missed shot by Faustine. Back down the floor in transition. Go the Trojanettes. And Addie Slagle kicks it outside to Burton, then over to Shelby Bird, all the way to the other side of the perimeter, and a three-pointer connects by Addison McFall.
Told you they can hit those threes whenever they want to almost. Good three-point shooting team. They'll shoot it. They'll put it up many a times.
And in that movement, the ball went from inside on the complete other side of the court, made its way all the way around the perimeter to find an open Addison McFall in the back right corner. Here's a steal potential once again for the Trojanettes. Going to jump on top of it. Potential jump ball. Shelby Bird gets a hand on it. Jump ball is called. And it'll go to the Trojanettes. And several substitutions, a whole new 5 going in for the Trojanettes, including Ann Ashley Atkinson, Layla Harris, Hannah Bragg, Alexis Cannon, and Carly Hagan, all checking in for the Trojanettes here. Here's Atkinson, the senior, passing over to the left side. Pass too strong, intended for Bragg, goes out of bounds. Turns it over to the Lady Dragons. That's 4 turnovers for the Trojanettes here in the first half so far. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
The Trojanettes, they're tall, they're long, they're able to get their hands in there where the ball is being bounced at, and don't even have to foul anyone to do it. That's why they're not in foul trouble that much.
Second quarter coverage brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust, serving Bowling Green, Morgantown, and now Beaver Dam. Visit one of our locations today. Mayberry on the left corner trying to drive against Hannah Bragg. Shake her off. 2 defenders there, blocks the shot. And they'll turn it over, it looks like, to a timeout called by the Lady Dragons. So we'll keep it here with you. Trojanettes still leading 25-2 28-2 here in this Morgantown Bank & Trust second quarter. About 2:11 to go, Hamp, and Lady Dragons were able to score with that 2-point bucket from Myra Mayberry, but like you said, Hamp, the defense for the Trojanettes is just completely locking them out of the paint.
They're keeping them out of the paint. They're keeping them from shooting threes. Like their hands are active. They're keeping their arms up. They're moving. They're getting the ball around. And I just noticed that half the team is wearing ankle weights. So they're moving pretty well with ankle weights on. So if they were to rip those off, man, they'd be zooming all over the court.
I can't imagine what that would feel like if you were to just take them off. I feel like you'd move at like twice the speed,
God, lightning
which I guess
speed.
is the point. I guess that is the point. You see there on your screen the Lady Dragons in their huddle after calling the timeout. Trojanettes leading 25-2. Tim Page among them, several members of the staff as well, coaching up their players. And something Coach Page said when he accepted the job last year was coming into this is that it was all about going to be first year establishing a new culture. That's something that as a head coach in your first year you have to do. You have to establish a precedent. You have to establish what it is you expect out of your players. And what he said he expected, he said, I expect 100% effort. That's what I expect every single time they go on the floor, and that's what they're showing today.
You can't ask for any more than that from a young team like this, a team that's coming off a year where they didn't win a game. You know, you can't be upset with their effort as long as they don't give up, as long as they keep showing that there is still that Dragon pride there, and they keep battling all the way through all of the turmoil that they go through. They'll do all right even next season.
Pass inside, Mayberry trying to find that same daylight, misses her shot, gets the rebound, shot's no good. I think they'll call a foul there on the floor. And Lady Dragons will still have it from their baseline. Foul is going to be on Hannah Bragg. That's her first and team's first of this entire quarter. That's the first foul committed this quarter with 2 minutes to go in the second. Here's an inbound pass to Mayberry in the right corner. Now over to Basham. Basham back over to the right corner. A long three there. Unlucky bounce for Charlie Bailey on the miss. And it's Bragg who comes away with the rebound. Here they are back down the floor. Hagan over to Bragg, then to Atkinson in the left wing. Back at the top of the key. It's Alexis Cannon running the point, the sophomore. And she's going to get called for the travel, and she knew it when it happened.
Traveling violation.
Struggle there, I think, when you know you do it, your body almost reacts, and you could almost see her visibly cringe as she took that extra step and realized what she did.
She was like, I knew I did this.
Driving, pass out right side to Bailey on the right wing, and that one's stolen away by Atkinson once again. Another turnover for the Lady Dragons, forced by Barren County. Atkinson passing outside to Harris, who's now running point on the right wing. Surveying around, still running zone are the Lady Dragons here, rather than the man-to-man. Putting on the pressure is Basham. Now pass outside to Cannon, left wing. Pass inside to Bragg. One-on-one with Mayberry in the paint. Pass back outside. Three for Harris. Connects.
3-point basket by Harris.
28-2. The lead for the Trojanettes here with less than a minute to go in the first half. Looking around, surveying, finding that daylight once again for Mayberry, who finds it, opens the window, and banks it off the glass.
Another good shot by Mayberry. Way to get it down there on the inside to her so that she can make that play. Just had just enough space to do it.
4 points for Mayberry now, all four of the Lady Dragons' points in this first half. Final 30 seconds of the second quarter underway. Pass inside to Bragg around the free throw line, kicks it back outside to Alexis Cannon. She thinks about the deep three, finds Harris on the left wing where she just took that three. Now Atkinson on the right wing. Moving around the perimeter, they continue. Finds an open Harris once again. Can't connect on that three, but they're going to have another shot at it. Harris, inside pass to Bragg. Bragg can't connect. Harris gets her own rebound and puts it back. Not even just about second chance opportunities for the Trojanettes in the first half, but you saw it there. It's about third, fourth, and fifth chances and never quitting on that hustle. Trojanettes lead 30-4 as you see the final 2 points of the first half, of the three-pointer there, rather, by Layla Harris to keep the momentum on the side of the Trojanettes. We'll step aside and be back shortly for your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia halftime report. When we return, you're listening and watching local high school hoops on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait, the dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain. Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
We'll be back inside the Dragons' lair. It's Warren Central High School as the Lady Dragons hosting the Barren County Trojanettes. Here at the half, Trojanettes lead 30-4 at halftime. As you see your final or your halftime stats there on the screen, Barren County offense is rolling about like you'd expect, 12 for 26 from the field, out rebounding the Lady Dragons as well. The turnovers, Hamp, being the big thing to look at there. Warren Central with 13. Trojanettes only have 5.
Yes, they are putting their hands out there. They are getting the ball, and they are taking things away. These lady Trojanettes, man, when you look at the scoring, you got Mahala Burton has 2 points, 2 rebounds. Hannah Bragg has 4 points, 2 rebounds. Layla Harris has 5 points, 4 rebounds. Addie Slagle has 2 points, 1 rebound. Addison McFall, 3 points, 1 rebound. Shelby Bird has 10 points, 4 rebounds. Carly Hagan has 1 rebound on the night. Riley Wilson, 2 points, 4 rebounds. Ashley Atkinson has 2 points, 3 rebounds. They are all over the rebounding, man. They are doing what they are supposed to do when the ball goes up and comes off the rim. Over on the Dragon side, of course, Myra Mayberry has the 4 points, the only 4 points on the game tonight. She has 10 rebounds so far, 10 rebounds. So she's been banging under the boards. The only others, Layla Tisdale has 2, Diamond Posey has 1, and Charlie Bailey has 1. So
spread out, it seems like, pretty evenly for the Trojanettes, but Mayberry doing a lot of work on the board, Sam, like you mentioned. It was all going to be about crashing the board. She's doing that aplenty tonight. It's just about getting those points in transition.
Yes, getting those points in transition and being able to draw up a play so that the other teammates can get open and make some good shots. They've been forced to take a lot of three-point shots, which they're missing them because the Trojanettes are right in their face and playing great defense.
Now, we mentioned to you that we would keep you up to date on scores from throughout the region. Tonight in girls action, of course, there's a doubleheader for both girls and boys. Adair County is at Glasgow, and currently Adair leads over the Glasgow Lady Scotties at the half, 35-15. That's a score update from around the region. We'll continue to bring you others around the region as well. Another girls update, South Warren at Franklin Simpson. The Lady Cats lead the Lady Spartans 23-12 with about at the half, it looks like, there as well, over just down the road in Franklin Simpson. So we'll continue to keep you going with score updates as the night goes along. We're minutes away from the start of the second half. Trojanettes lead 30-4. We'll be back in just a moment to continue your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia halftime report. When we return, you're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait, the dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back inside Warren Central High School here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. You're tuned into your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia halftime report. Doubleheader action tonight here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. Barren County visiting Warren Central. Currently, Trojanettes lead at the half 30-4 over the Lady Dragons. We brought you down the scoring sheet. Shelby Bird currently leading all scores with 10. Myra Mayberry having all 4 of the Lady Dragons' points in that first half. Minutes away from the start of the second half. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside, of course, and a huge shout out to all of our sponsors who make it possible to get out each and every game. And that first quarter coverage that you listened to was brought to you by Aqualand Pool and Spa. Aqualand is family owned and has been serving South Central Kentucky for over 40 years. They specialize in pools, therapeutic hot tubs, saunas, and cold plunges for year-round comfort. Visit aqualandfun.com for more information. And that second quarter was brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. Morgantown Bank and Trust, serving Bowling Green, Morgantown, and now Beaver Dam. Visit one of our locations today. We are in our halftime report. Hamp, if we're going to say much about what the Lady Dragons could do to improve on in the second half, it's going to be much about what we said in a pregame show, which is about, yes, crashing the boards. I think they're doing a decent job of that. Yes. Myra Mayberry, especially, as you mentioned, has 10 rebounds already on the night so far. Can only imagine she's going to continue to pad that in the second half, but it's about getting the points in transition that they've been lacking.
Yes, if they can get the points in transition, if they could get down the court quick enough and just create enough space. I don't know what plays that Coach Page is going to draw up for them, but if they could get enough space so that they could take the shots that they want to take, because a lot of the shots have been forced solely because the Trojanettes have been putting a lot of pressure on them.
The field goals for the Lady Dragons in that first half, 2 for 15 from the field. Trojanettes with 11 more shot attempts, 12 for 26. A lot of that coming off of forced turnovers that they had in that first half. They forced 15 turnovers on the Lady Dragons.
Got those hands out there, man, keeping them moving. And again, they're tall, they're long, they're taller than the Lady Dragons, so they don't have to play close-up ball on them. They can just stay back a little bit, and while the Dragons are dribbling, get that hand in there and just swatting the ball away, and then it's just going everywhere. But if they continue, the Trojanettes, if they just continue to keep playing the same brand of ball that they've been playing, they'll come away with the win. But the Lady Dragons just need to keep fighting. Just keep fighting.
back in the starting lineup for, or at least to start the second half for the Trojanettes, is your starting lineup that you saw a little bit earlier. It's all the same. Mahala Burton, Addie Slagle, Shelby Bird, Riley Wilson, and Ashley Atkinson, all the starters as well. Back in, it appears, for the Lady Dragons, Myra Mayberry, Layla Tisdale, Diamond Posey, Regina Basham, and Charlie Bailey. Bailey will have the inbound. Lady Dragons get the possession first, and Basham runs the point, guarded by Slagle. Now on the right wing, second half underway, pass inside to Mayberry, and she's immediately swarmed by 3 Trojanettes. Finds a way to pass it outside, pass too strong from Bailey, intended for Mayberry. Looks like it may have went off her foot and out of bounds, so another turnover by the Lady Dragons. Here come the Trojanettes, quickly in transition, passing inside. They'll say she stepped out of bounds, going for that pass to Wilson, and that'll turn it over to Warren Central. They're trying to play really fast, are the Trojanettes. They've been going for it in transition, and even on those missed shots, they've been crashing the boards and getting second chance opportunities. Mayberry recovers a lost dribble. Now on the right wing, gets it punched out by Wilson. Still trying to recover it. Wilson, they're trying to steal. It rolls out of bounds. Looks like they'll say the last to touch was Riley Wilson, so it'll stay with the Lady Dragons on their end of the floor. They'll have the inbound from the far sideline. Pass inbound from Bailey to Mayberry. Little spin, jump J. No, won't fall. Trojanettes back down the floor. Here's Shelby Bird. Banks it off the glass for 2. Quickly in transition. Her first points of the second half. She leads all scorers with 12.
See, the Trojanettes, when they get the ball off the rebound or however they get it, still or whatever, they're running right back down the court to make sure that they take a great shot.
Nice spin move that time by Basham, but was met by a wall of Trojanettes, and it got knocked down. And here comes Shelby Bird. Quickly once again in transition. Going up for the shot is Riley Wilson. That'll get blocked there, it looked like, by Diamond Posey. And Warren Central forcing a turnover of their own. Gina Basham running point, guarded by Addie Slagle around the logo. She's going to drive quickly left side. Hands it off to Posey, left wing. Posey sends it back off to Basham, left side. Once again, guarded by Slagle on the left wing. Setting the screen is Mayberry. Finding space is Basham. Drives up right side. It rims out. Looked like it was going to come off the back iron, but it falls.
Basham, good shot.
Back down the floor, quickly in transition. No time to think. Burton with a long 3. Top of the key. You got it. 28% from beyond the arc is Mahala Burton on the season, but she knocked down that 3. No hesitation. Here's Basham surveying right side, hands it off to Bailey. Bailey now top of the key, running the point. Timeout called here by Warren Central in the third quarter. 5:51 to go in the third. Trojanettes lead 35-6. We'll step aside for just a moment. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Great energy always here in the Dragons' Lair, mostly in part by the Dub C cheer squad. They're always bringing the energy. The chant has a nice, oomph to it. It really gets you into the game. No doubt we'll carry some of that over into the boys' game as well. Trojanettes leading 35-6 here. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Lady Dragons have the possession. It's Charlie Bailey over on the right wing trying to shake off Addison McFall. Does so. Tries to hit a fadeaway J. Looked like McFall got a hand on it. And it rolls out of bounds, turns it over to Barren County. Almost had the recovery, did the Lady Dragons, but here they go back down the floor. Shelby Bird, no hesitation on the stop and pop 3, connects.
Can't leave her open. The Dragons have to get down. Lady Dragons have to get down and put her hand in her face. Force her to go to the inside because she'll shoot those threes all day and drop them.
That's 15 points for Shelby Bird, leading all scorers and leading her team. Most importantly, Layla Tisdale gets a pass inside for the Lady Dragons, goes out of bounds. They'll say it was tipped, so no backcourt violation. Now recovered by Charlie Bailey. No, she'll have a toe on the out-of-bounds line, and that'll turn it over to Barren County on the far sideline. That's 17 turnovers for Warren Central through the contest so far.
We've talked about it many times. Those turnovers they really hurt.
Here's Shelby Bird, another three. That one won't fall. Mayberry fights for the board. Here comes Warren Central. Slowing the pace back down the floor. Inside 5 minutes to go in the third. Shelby Bird leading all scorers with 15. She's got 3 made threes, and she just rips that one right out of the hands of Charlie Bailey. Sends it down court to Burton. Burton one-on-one, lays up the shot. She'll get fouled and head to the line to shoot 2.
Central foul number 11, Posey.
Foul is on Posey. That's her first and team's first. Not a whole lot of fouls in this contest either, despite the physical level of play. At the line, shooting 2 is Burton. First shot falls. She had a 2-for-2 trip in her last trip to the free throw line. The first trip she had in the game. That's where her first 2 points came from. Leads the team from the charity stripe, about 83%. Second shot won't fall. Call that an announcer's jinx. Mayberry falls and steals the rebound away. 39-6, the lead for the Trojanettes. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Basham swings around the right side, hands it off to Posey, right corner. Trying to escape the tough man-to-man defense by the Trojanettes. They have not broken out of this just yet. They flex to his zone inside. Trap him. Long three from Bailey. Too strong off the back iron. Wrestling for the board. Bird comes away with it. Here she comes in transition. Wide open lane. No one can catch her. Lays it off the glass for 2.
Good shot. Good way to bring it down, man. The Trojanettes are just moving the ball, and they cannot get Mayberry the ball. The Lady Dragons just can't get Mayberry the ball where she can take a good shot.
There's a long 2. That time from Regina Basham. She adds 2 more points to her total. Well, they'll call it a 3. Right at the line there. Another 3 this time from Mahala Burton quickly in transition. The Trojanettes have yet to let up, and they lead 44-8. Here's another 3. Dragons testing their luck. Not going to fall there for Basham, who had a bit of a hot hand. And now here comes Bird, going to drive, draw the foul. And now she'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Now, they hit that last 3 just a minute ago, the Lady Dragons, but they can't live and die. Oh, it was a 2-pointer. But you can't live and die for those long mid-range and long-range shots. Got to take it to the hole the best you can. If nothing else, try to get a foul so you can get to the line.
Shelby Bird, first shot, no good. Bounced off the front of the rim. Bird, a 71% free throw shooter on the season, and 4 whole new subs for the team out on the floor. I'd imagine they also will bring in a 5th. They had a 5th waiting, so I imagine next dead ball, or at least here in this moment, they will. Shelby Bird will sub out for Layla Harris. So an entire new 5 in for Barren County, as the Trojanettes lead 45-8. Running point now for Warren Central. That's Mawa Fastine. Pass over to Bowman. That pass too strong by Diamond Posey. Goes out of bounds, turns it over to Barren County. 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Looks like running clock is in effect. Here they go back down the floor. Hannah Bragg on the left wing. Hands it off outside to Alexis Cannon. Barren County slowing down their pace from a few moments ago since subbing out in large numbers. Hannah Wilson sends it over. Ends up in the hands of Alexis Cannon. Left wing, pass inside to Bragg. Bragg tries to lay it up and draw the foul. Can't get either, but it's recovered once again by Alexis Cannon for Barren County. Now right wing, pass inside, intended for Wilson. And it's stolen away after some contact by the Lady Dragons. Here comes Posey back down the floor. Pass it over the left side to Bowman. Bowman fakes the drive, pass outside. They'll call a foul. And that foul is going to be on Hannah Wilson. That's her first and team's first.
Hit the Dragons, number 15, Fishburne, and number 21, Rodriguez.
So Mayberry coming out of the contest. That may be the first time she's checked out of the game today for the Lady Dragons, getting some rest. Tied and leading for points. She's got 4, and Regina Basham also with 4. Young squad for this Lady Dragons team is Regina Basham, who with those 4 points, a freshman. Mayberry, a senior. One of the only active seniors on the roster, trying to lead this team in a bounce-back season. Minute to go here in the third. Trojanettes have a running clock in effect, 45-8 the lead, as Lady Dragons have slowed down the pace here considerably. Fishburne in And with the possession currently for Warren Central, putting up a big block is Hannah Bragg, and now here it is, stolen away by Harris. Wide open lane to the glass, and banks it in.
Been stealing all night long. They just been taking the ball away from the Lady Dragons. I call it egg stealing. You're going into the Dragons lair and you're taking eggs away.
Lady Dragons, 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They've got the possession. Trojanettes lead 47-8 in the third. Foul's going to get called on the floor. Looks like foul's once again going to be on Hannah Wilson. That's her second, team's second of the quarter. Running clock still in effect. 15 seconds to go in the quarter, and it's still winding down. Final 10 seconds now. Lady Dragons going to have one shot at it. Try to get a last-second shot in. Inbound pass to Posey. Posey can't get the shot. It's blocked by the Trojanettes. 2 seconds to go. Last-second bank off the backboard. No good for Layla Harris, but the Trojanettes still lead 47-8 after 3. Stay with us. We'll be back for the fourth quarter of this one when we return. You're listening and watching local high school hoops here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Welcome you back inside Warren Central High School. Fourth quarter set to get underway here shortly as the Trojanettes lead 47-8. The buzzer signaling the start of the fourth quarter here shortly. Fourth quarter coverage brought to you by Edmonton State Bank. What really sets Edmonton State Bank apart from big banks is lending decisions are always local and made faster. Edmonton State Bank, that's your bank, your team. Both teams heading back out onto the floor. 8 minutes will be put on the clock. Running clock is in effect as the Trojanettes lead 47-8. If you're tuned in with us over the radio waves and you're able to tune in via a video stream of some kind, make sure to look us up on YouTube.com. You can go to YouTube and search up Seven Mountains Sports. You'll be able to find our live stream as we'll have both games today. After the conclusion of this one, look for the start of the boys' game between the Barren County Trojans and the Warren Central Dragons to follow shortly. Fourth quarter underway here, though, between the Trojanettes and the Lady Dragons. Shot is put up by Reagan Griffiths. Won't fall. Looks like it went out of bounds. Off the hands of a Lady Dragon, potentially Mayberry there on the far end of the floor. So Barren County keeps the possession. Pass inside to Griffiths, who missed that pass, and it's stolen away by Mayberry. Here's Basham, who feels like has played almost every single minute of this contest so far. She's trapped between two Trojanettes, and that one's stolen away by Carly Hagan. Barren County doing a great job still on defense, even with a whole new 5 into the lineup. Foul is going to get called against Warren Central. That's Layla Tisdale, her team's first of the quarter.
Central foul number 5.
So Barren County going to inbound it from the baseline under their own basket. 47-8 they lead, inside 7 minutes to go. Running clock in effect. Inbound pass to Griffiths. Griffiths sends it to the top of the key to Hannah Wilson. This time a long 3 from Alexis Cannon. Won't connect. And it's Diamond Posey who comes away with the rebound. Here they go back down the floor. Mayberry trying to create space, working off that pivot foot. Tries to bank it off. A long 2 off the glass. Cannot connect. And the rebound hauled in by Layla Harris. Mayberry with an interception there at center court. Drives one-on-one. Fakes the pass. Up and in. Mayberry fights for the board. And Barren County still comes away with it. Basham couldn't connect to lay it off the glass.
Good pass by Mayberry to Basham underneath her. She just couldn't get it off the backboard and get it where she needed it to be.
6 minutes to go in regulation as Barren County leads running clock 47-8. Driving inside there, looking for the foul were the Trojanettes. That was Carly Hagan, but couldn't get it to fall. Basham gets swatted by Alexis Cannon as she goes back down the floor. Mayberry rips it away. They'll call it a jump ball at center court. That'll hand it back to Warren Central. Substitution here for Barren County. Alexis Cannon coming out for Mila Commons, the freshman guard. Only appeared in 7 of the Trojanettes' 14 games on the season, getting some playing time here with 5.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Gina Basham once again running point, looking to drive inside, fakes the Euro step, hands it off instead to Mayberry, who gets it stolen away by Reagan Griffiths. pass down court to Harris. Left wing. Now to Commons, who just checked in. Back to Harris, top of the key. Ball movement around the perimeter. A specialty for Barren County in finding the open shots. Pass inside. Driving. Back out to Commons. Just checked in and connects on the three.
Good shot from the corner.
20% from three in her limited playing time this season, but she connects on that one. Her first shot of the contest, and a timeout's called by Warren Central. Take a look at that three. Courtesy of Toyota of Bowling Green by the freshman Miley Commons. Connects, and a great shot there. Midway through the fourth quarter, Trojanettes lead 50-8. We'll step aside. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Here's 5 ways to keeping your Toyota running smoothly. Get long life out of your vehicle. Make sure you're checking and changing your oil. If your tires look like this, that's not good. Is your vehicle slow to start? Let us check your battery. Stop in, let us check your brakes. It's very important to make sure all your fluids are topped off. When you're ready to get your car serviced, come see the team at Toyota Bowling Green.
Welcome you back inside Warren Central High School. Trojanettes retaking the floor here as they lead 50-8 with 4:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Running clock is in effect. They're looking to put this one away. Before we went to break, you saw Miley Commons nail down a huge three-pointer. Trying to put an exclamation mark to an end of this performance. Put the Trojanettes back in the win column. On the right wing. Driving is Bailey, pass inside to Mayberry. She had some daylight, lost the dribble, recovered it on the floor, avoided the jump ball. Tisdale goes up for 2, and she draws the foul. She'll head to the line.
Good job by Mayberry there, getting the ball, scrapping for it, and then getting it back out to her teammate, and where she was able to get the foul underneath the rim.
Layla Tisdale, the junior guard, started in this game, going up for her first free throw attempt of the contest, and it falls. Substitutions here once again for Barren County. Reagan Wilson checking in for Reagan Griffiths, and Alexis Cannon checking in for Layla Harris. Layla Tisdale still at the free throw line, going for her second shot. Second shot on the way, and that one falls as well. 2-for-2 trip for Layla Tisdale. Barren County leads 50-10 with 4:15 to go in regulation. Over the right wing, a open three this time for Barren County. That one will not fall for Alexis Cannon. She's had 2 attempts at similar shots, hasn't been able to connect on them tonight so far. 4 minutes to go with the running clock in effect. Driving inside is Basham, lays it off the glass for 2, and now she's got 6. Pass down the court to Commons, who just hit that 3 from the left corner. Now on the right wing with Alexis Cannon. She's got the possession, guarded by Tisdale, who just went 2-for-2 from the free throw line. Barren County trying to play keep away here. 3.5 minutes to go in regulation. Warren Central cheerleaders calling for the defense as that inbound pass intended for Mayberry goes out of bounds to the baseline. And Barren County will hold possession.
There's been a few instances here where Mayberry just can't hold on to the ball. It just gets in her hands, and it just like somebody knocks it out, and there's no one there.
Miley Commons inbounds it. She would have had an open 3 there. You see the frustration on her face. She knew she had an opportunity, but still moving around the perimeter is Barren County. Reagan Griffiths back at the scoring table, ready to check in. A blocked shot there by Mayberry as a Dragon and a Trojanette hit the floor. It's Reagan Wilson and Myra Mayberry get the jump ball called, and the possession will stay with Barren County. Reagan Griffiths checking back in for the Trojanettes in favor of Ava Mullins.
Number 21,
substitution as well for the Lady Dragons. It's Rodriguez in for Mayberry, and also in for the Lady Dragons, Brooke Fishburne checking in for Regina Basham. Again, we mentioned Mayberry and Basham really doing a lot of the heavy lifting minutes-wise for the Lady Dragons in the contest. Trojanettes lead 50-12. 2:15 to go. The inbound pass for an immediate jumper by Reagan Griffiths doesn't fall, but they get the board and the putback with Reagan Wilson. Back down the floor, 2 minutes to go in the contest. Trojanettes lead 52-12. A 40-point lead, the largest it's been all day. A long lay attempted there by Avea Bowman, won't fall. And a jump ball will go to the possession rights of Warren Central. 1:45 to go with running clock in effect. Barren County just moments away from sealing their 13th win on the season. Inbound pass off the back, and a shot is put up. Smart play there by Charlie Bailey. Charlie Bailey passed the ball in off the back of a Trojanette, caught her own pass off the back, and then put it up for two. Long two there by Commons, no good, and now here come the Lady Dragons showing their fight in the last minute 15.
Got to do what you got to do.
Here's Bailey, pass outside, a long three-pointer there, top of the key, won't fall. Wrestling now for it inside. Coming away with it is Reagan Wilson for the Trojanettes. Trojanettes pass far right side, a long three from the corner, too strong. Wrestling for the rebound in the paint. Jump ball is going to get called. Possession arrow stays with Barren County. That missed shot was Hannah Wilson on the three. 40 seconds to go in regulation, running clock in effect. Pass outside to Commons, moving around the perimeter, an open three. She wants it, she got it. Hannah Wilson wanted the three, she tried the other side and knocks it down. 25 seconds to go here in the fourth. Trojanettes looking to put it away, 55-14.
Lady Dragons are still showing fight here at the end of the game. They know that it's over, but they're still fighting, which you can't ask anything more from them right now except for to keep fighting and don't hang their head down.
5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Time winding down. The Trojanettes lock in the win, and they seal it with Hannah Wilson's three-pointer in the final minute. A 55-14 win for the Trojanettes. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll give you our post-game stats and breakdowns, and we'll get you ready for the start of the boys' game coming up shortly.
Your home with 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months. All the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, it sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain. Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green, and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like CalSpa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait, the dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like CalSpa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome back inside Warren Central High School. Trojanettes and Lady Dragons just lapped up. Final score 55-14 as we give you the final stats from the game today. You see them there on your screen if you're watching via our live stream. 21-46 from the field for the Trojanettes. 6 for 27 for the Lady Dragons, but got some scoring going late in the first half and also late in the second half. Started to show their prowess as well. You see the turnover margin there as well, quite large for Warren Central. 22 turnovers total. Barren County only with 8. So a lot of those turnovers coming from the forced game. We'll get a word with head coach Piper Lindsay of the Trojanettes here in just a moment as we look down the scoring totals for both teams. Regina Basham had 6, leading the Lady Dragons in that regard. Myra Mayberry finished with 2. Layla Tisdale also finished with 2, and Charlie Bailey finished with 2 of her own as well. Looking down the scoring sheet for the Trojanettes, in the first half, Mahala Burton only had 2 and ended up hitting 2 threes in that second half, plus a 1-for-2 trip to the free throw line that resulted in 9 points for Mahala Burton. 4 points for Hannah Bragg to conclude the contest as well. 7 points for Layla Harris, 2 for Addie Slagle, 2 for Reagan Wilson, 3 for Hannah Wilson, 3 for Addison McFall. Shelby Bird getting ever closer to that 1,000 career point mark. She had 10 in the first half, 17 total by the end of the contest. Riley Wilson had 2 as well, and Ashley Atkinson finished the contest with 2 for the Trojanettes. That's your scoring total for all the teams today. Trojanettes get back into the scoring column after their loss to Clarksville Christian, Tennessee, as we welcome head coach Piper Lindsay into the booth with us. Coach, we appreciate you for joining us. How do you feel about your team's performance? Good to get back in the win column, I imagine.
Yeah, it is, but I'm still disappointed. I didn't think we played like Trojanet basketball typically plays. I didn't think we started off very hot. I thought that we were very nonchalant and just kind of lackadaisical, going through the motions, and we missed a lot of shots that we typically make that we need to make. And it comes from a disappointed coach. Yes, I'm excited that we won, but that's just not our standard. That's just not how we do things. But I did think that, the third quarter we were a lot better. We kind of got after it a little bit more, and it led to some easy baskets.
Now, you've seen, obviously, your team put a solid effort in. You still came away with the win. Shelby Bird, again, continuing to tally towards that 1,000-point career mark. Is that something that maybe she's thinking about or that you're thinking about, or is it just all part of the day-to-day for her?
Oh, we haven't talked about it. I haven't said anything to her, so she might be thinking about it. I mean, anybody can see the stats, so anybody can know that she is close. But no, I think she just comes out and she just plays her game. She takes good shots. I don't think she tries to force it. Heck, she could score 40 if she wanted to, but she shares the ball extremely well. Sometimes I think she's too unselfish. So again, she's a joy to coach, and no, I don't think that's on her mind.
Now,
She'll get it.
Now, obviously, you guys back in the win column, so that's good momentum swing for you all. You want to play your best basketball in March, but how do you feel like you guys could carry forward tonight and going forward in the next game?
Well, I think, like I said, the third quarter was a lot better, and we were doing some more things that we wanted to do as far as push in transition, and I feel like we kind of forced it at times. And, just doing those little things. Of course, Friday's going to be a tough game. We've got a tough stretch coming. And, it's just focusing on the fundamentals, just the basic stuff and sharing the basketball, taking care of the basketball. I think we had 6 turnovers in the first half. We didn't even have 6 the other night against Clarksville Christian. So, again, just like I said, the little things we've just got to get better at.
Awesome. Coach, we appreciate you for talking with us. Good luck
yes,
on
sir.
down the road. I'm sure
Thank
we'll
y'all.
see you
Thanks for what you do.
We'll go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll continue our transition into boys coverage and wrap up our Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia postgame show. When we return, you're listening and watching local high school hoops here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait. The dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back inside Warren Central High School, minutes away from the start of the boys' game between the Warren Central Dragons and the Barren County Trojans. But we're wrapping up our coverage, our Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia post-game show between the Lady Dragons and the Trojanettes. Trojanettes ended up taking the win, 55-14 the final score. You just heard from head coach Piper Lindsay, still not satisfied after that one. Wants her team to be able to push more in the paint, and they did just that. And Shelby Bird, not necessarily pushing in the paint, but getting it done where it matters, and that is why we're going to crown her as tonight's player of the game. So tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Warren RECC and NCTC, is Barren County's Shelby Bird. She finished the night with 17 points and 3 made threes, all coming throughout the duration of the contest. You see some of the highlights on your screen there. Started off with this one, a long three from the top of the key, and it just continued to rain down from there. But she's not one who could just work inside as well. You see another three-pointer knocked down there from the left wing. She just continued to knock down all over the floor. You heard head coach Piper Lindsay talk about her. Not something she's thought about in terms of that 1,000-point mark that is etching ever closer for her as the season continues. No doubt in the next couple of games, the rough stretch that head coach Piper Lindsay mentioned coming up, she'll look to try to tally over that mark, but I think Shelby Bird's number one thought on her mind is going to be winning basketball games, no doubt. So the final score tonight between the Trojanettes and the Lady Dragons, 55-14. Our player of the game is Shelby Bird. We'll go ahead and step aside, and when we return, we'll get ready for the start of the boys' game between the Barren County Trojans and the Warren Central Dragons. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Here's 5 ways to keeping your Toyota running smoothly. Get long life out of your vehicle. Make sure you're checking and changing your oil. If your tires look like this, that's not good. Is your vehicle slow to start? Let us check your battery. Stop in, let us check your brakes. It's very important to make sure all your fluids are topped off. When you're ready to get your car serviced, come see the team at Toyota Bowling Green.
Welcome back inside Warren Central High School. Now we shift from the girls to the boys action. Both teams warming up on either end of the floor. And the Dragons coming into tonight on a heck of a run. 10-1 to start their season. Arguably the odds-on favorite to win the 4th Region Championship for the 2nd year in a row. But last year didn't quite go as planned. They had Player of the Year Aunt McAfee on their team, along with the rest of a lot of returners on this team, but ultimately fell in the first round to Barren County, who sits across the court from them tonight. No doubt there's a lot of guys on the other end of this floor at Warren Central wearing that navy and white that maybe recognize some of these guys that took away their shot at a 4th Region title.
Oh, yeah, and they definitely want some get back. Even though it's not necessarily the district championship or anything like that, they want to get back, and they want to get it back now.
It's all about carrying that consistency throughout the season. No one knows that better than head coach Will Unseld, and that's why we look at the stats tonight, as well as Warren Cunningham, who's had a strong start to their season as well. 9-3 for the Barren County Trojans to start the year. These teams extremely comparable stat-wise, especially when it comes to the defense and the points they allow per game. Rebounds per game is neck and neck. Points per game is neck and neck. Three-point shooting, little bit of an edge there to the Dragons, and the field goal percentage almost neck and neck. But this Dragons defense has held some of the top scoring teams in the state to low numbers, including Bowling Green just a couple nights ago, where they only let up, 45 points. So that's going to be a big difference tonight, is this Warren Central defense and just the range and the, almost want to say the length, I guess, that they have on defense.
Yes, their defensive prowess is absolutely amazing, but that's what the Dragons do. They play great defense, they play good offense, they spread the ball around, they keep it moving, and, man, they crash those boards, man. The Dragons are definitely coming out breathing fire tonight.
And if Barren County wants to stay in this game and get past this Dragons defense, it's going to come down to Cade Hardy. He's going to need to get hot tonight, the senior who is the returning leading scorer for this Barren County team. They graduated their top 2 leading scorers from last year, this season averaging over 12 points a game. Not a whole big contributor in the rebound game, but his field goal percentage and his three-point shooting is what's been able to carry this Barren County team above the rest.
And if you can get those 2 things done and get your teammates involved, that is what can keep you in the game. That's what keeps you moving and jumping. He doesn't have to be the main rebounder or anything like that. That's what the rest of the team is for, and that's why they all crash the boards. If you look at all the other stats, man, they play ball, the Barren County Trojans do, man. So the Trojans are coming in armored up, ready to go, got the swords out, ready to slay some Dragons tonight.
And if there's anyone who goes by the term ball knower, in fact, if you look up ball knower in the dictionary, you would see Coach Unseld, and you would see plenty of guys that are on his roster, including Armani Bird, who's a player to watch for the Dragons tonight. Arguably, he is one to look at this season as a potential 4th region player of the year. Now, averaging about 14 points per game. That may not jump off the page, but it's what he does on both ends of the floor that truly emphasizes the success for the Dragons.
Yes, like you said, both ends of the floor. He's rebounding. He's shooting the ball well. He's getting the ball to his teammates. Everybody is surrounding him and helping to elevate him to a higher status, man. I'm telling you what, these Dragons are ready tonight.
Dragons going to look to defend their lair against the visiting Barren County Trojans, but can they slay the Dragons just like they did less than a year ago in the first round of the 4th region tournament? We'll find out as we step aside. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait, the dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back inside Warren Central High School here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside, along with the rest of our 7 Mountain Sports crew. One half of a doubleheader is complete. The Trojanettes took the win over the Lady Dragons just a little bit ago, and now we're just moments away from tip-off between the Barren County Trojans and the Warren Central Dragons. No doubt, some of these returning Dragons may have a chip on their shoulder looking at the Trojans tonight after last season they were eliminated in the first round of the 4th region tournament by this Barren County Trojans team. I bet they're going to look across the aisle at that tip-off and think to themselves, this is going to set the standard to show you guys we're not the same team that we were last year. We may not be the same, but we're new, we're improved, we're all different, we're all evolved, because that's the Coach William Unseld way and has been over the last 14 seasons here in Warren Central.
I'm looking for Coach Unsel's name to be stenciled in here with Coach Riley's name, because these two coaches have built legacies here. They have built great things here. Coach Unseld is one of the greatest coaches in Kentucky, period, hands down, and he expects a certain type of tenacity out of his teams, man, and he really pushes them. It doesn't matter. If you think they're not good, he'll show you how good they really are. He really pushes them.
And not only that, both these teams have incredible staffs of coaches, and
yes.
we failed to mention that in the girls' game, that also have incredible staffs, a lot of them made up of former players from around this region. On the Trojanettes, you have actually 2 former Monroe County players on the Barren County side of things. The Trojanettes have former Falcon Billy Michael Dyer. We used to call him Billy Buckets back in the day. Dude knew how to ball. Okay, we called him Billy Buckets. Barren County Trojans, on the other hand, they have Tucker Kirkpatrick, who I actually graduated the same year as Tucker. We grew up together. He's a great ball player. He was a great ball player. Could have went anywhere.
Wow.
It just unfortunate circumstances, but they've got great talent. And it doesn't just go from the head coaches. It goes all throughout their roster on both of these squads.
Man, when you have great knowledge surrounding great players, man, all it does is help elevate, man. Both, like you said, both benches have that knowledge.
Keys to this game today, quick ones before we head to our break. Barren County, of course, going to need to worry about crashing those boards, similar to the Trojanettes, getting those second chance opportunities, limiting Warren Central on one end of the floor. But for the Dragons, it's going to be about capitalizing on your offense and establishing that defense that you've done such a good job with through their first 11 games. As we look at the starters for today's game, looking at first the visiting Barren County Trojans. Starting at guard number 3 is Weston Shelton. Also at guard number 23, our player to watch, Cade Hardy. At forward, Cameron Pippin at number 14. Also starting at forward, number 24, Jackson Bird. Also starting at forward, Gavin Nunn. He's wearing number 40 tonight. Head coach is Warren Cunningham in his 18th season with the Barren County Trojans. And for the Warren Central Dragons, going into tonight, our player to watch, number 0, starting at guard, that's Armani Bird. Also starting at guard, number 1 is Caleb Prince, the runner-up last year in 4th Region Player of the Year voting. Also starting at guard, Ryan Holbert, number 3. Also starting at guard is Jeremiah McCombs, wearing that number 4 jersey. And starting at guard, number 13, Dominique Anthony. That's your starting lineups for both these rosters tonight. We'll go ahead and step aside to be back for the tip-off between the Trojans and the Dragons. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountains Sports Network.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Here's 5 ways to keeping your Toyota running smoother. Get long life out of your vehicle. Make sure you're checking and changing your oil. If your tires look like this, that's not good. Is your vehicle slow to start? Let us check your battery. Stop in, let us check your brakes. It's very important to make sure all your fluids are topped off. When you're ready to get your car serviced, come see the team at Toyota Bowling Green.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Welcome you back inside Warren Central High School to the Dragons lair, as the Dragons set to host the Barren County Trojans. 4th Region action and a rematch of epic proportions. The Dragons no doubt remembering what happened less than a year ago back in March of 2025, where the Dragons and the Trojans met just up the street at EA Diddle Arena and fell a little bit sooner than they imagined to, and this will no doubt set the tone for the rest of their season. Dragons coming in 10-1, Barren County coming in 9-3. Both teams get set to be introduced. Warren Central having 2 players on their roster that could arguably be contenders for 4th Region Player of the Year. Barren County, led most prominently by our player to watch, Cade Hardy, is going to look to keep an offense rolling, but this Warren Central defense is going to look to put a stop to that.
Going to definitely look to put a stop to it, and they can definitely do it. They are really good, and I just so happen to look over and see Dre Boyd is down on the Central side. Man, Dre Boyd, football star, basketball star, went to college, won the championship there. Now he's back home, and he's helping these young fellas right here get to the point of where he was when he was here, because they ended up going to the tournament.
And you see there the Warren Central Dragons set to be introduced. At the end of that line is head coach William Unseld in his 14th season with this program. Something you hardly ever hear in this day and age is carrying 2 head coaches in the same program with almost the same amount of sheer success. This court named in honor of Tim Riley, now head boys basketball coach at Christian Academy Louisville, but built himself a legacy here, Hamp, as you mentioned before we went to break. William Unseld in 14 seasons built just as strong, if not stronger, than Tim Riley, and almost back-to-back in that stretch as well. So again, you're looking at a success of a program that is just going to continue well beyond these coaches' tenures.
Definitely going to continue for a long, long time, as long as they keep putting great coaches like that in their stable.
Both teams out at center court, set for the opening tip-off. Armani Bird going to be going up against Barren County's Gavin Nunn for the opening tip. First quarter coverage brought to you by Aqualand Pool and Spa. Aqualand is family-owned and has been serving South Central Kentucky for over 40 years. They specialize in pools, therapeutic hot tub saunas, and cold plunges for year-round comfort. Visit aqualandfun.com today. Dominique Anthony wasting no time going up for the basket. Can't get it to connect off the glass in transition as they won the opening tip. Here comes Barren County. Long football pass. Cross court by Hardy. Driving inside is Pippin. Can't get it to fall. Wrestling for the rebound is Gavin Nunn. It'll go out of bounds off his hands. Turn it over to the Dragons.
Coming out hot already. I love it.
2 shots already attempted in the opening 20 seconds by both teams. Now running point is Ryan Holbert. Holbert pass up top to Anthony. Top of the key 3. Takes it himself. Too strong. Rebound brought in by Weston Shelton. So Dominique Anthony with the first 2 field goal attempts for the Dragons. Both misses so far. Still tied up 0-0. Long court pass to Pippin. Just under the paint. Pass outside to Shelton. Shelton pass inside to the right of the rim. That one's blocked by Jeremiah McCombs. And now here comes Warren Central with a full head of steam in transition. Dominique Anthony running the point. Armani Bird, top of the key. Pass into the right corner to Caleb Prince. Transfer from Warren East last year. Finds Armani Bird, top of the key. 3's too strong. Dominique Anthony fighting for the rebound. Goes out of bounds off the hands of Weston Shelton. So Warren Central will keep it at their own baseline.
And I'm telling you, this game is moving mighty fast, and everybody is trying to get to the rim as quickly as possible to establish some points.
Warren Central not looking like they did towards the end of the Bowling Green game on Friday, but Dominique Anthony ends the opening scoring drought as he drives in, lays the shoulder, and lays it up off the glass for 2. Central up 2-0, 6:40 to go in the first. Cade Hardy driving down the floor. He's guarded by Caleb Prince and Dominique Anthony, who gets a hand on it. Caleb Prince recovers. Nunn gets a hand on it. Now down the floor go the Trojans. Nunn with a floater, banks it in. Tied up 2-2. 6.5 minutes to go in the first. Here's McCombs in transition. Quickly down the floor. Little spin move. Pop and stop Jay. Nunn gets the board. McCombs can't connect. Here comes Shelton. Top of the key. Driving baseline. Tries to hit him with a reverse. And can't connect, but he's fouled on the way, so he'll head to the line to shoot 2. That windmill would have been insane had Shelton connected.
Definitely. They are both playing great defense right now. Both of them are playing some great pressure defenses. They're double teaming. They're getting back to their guys on time. It's just great defense all around.
It's like the foul was on Armani Bird. That's his first, team's first, as the first free throw falls for Weston Shelton. He's a 76% free throw shooter on the season. Going up for his second shot. And that one rims out. Armani Bird gets the rebound. Back down the floor quickly in transition. Caleb Prince. Pass back outside. Finds Ryan Holbert. Running point, top of the key. Calms down his presence at the Warren Central logo center court. He's guarded by Shelton. Pass right side to McCombs. McCombs looking inside for Bird. Instead, hands it off to Anthony. Anthony tries to shake off a spin to his right. Driving, forcing his way to the rim. That one's blocked by Gavin Nunn. Cade Hardy gets the board. Trojanettes once again quick in transition. Nunn down low. Pass outside. Shelton, 3, left wing. No good. Caleb Prince gets the board. Here they go, driving. Caleb Prince lays, no good. Rebounded once again by Gavin Nunn, who's been working the board so far. Cade Hardy trying to jump out of the double pressure. Shelton left wing, where he just attempted that 3. Instead drives inside and lays it off his fingertips.
The Trojans aren't settling for threes right off or anything like that. They're taking the aggression to the Dragons, and the Dragons are doing the exact same, but they're slowing it down right now.
3 subs ready at the table for Warren Central as Armani Bird trying to run off the point, spins off of it. Fadeaway Jay, can't connect. Rebound once again by Gavin Nunn. Armani Bird locks him up, jump ball. Let's take a look at that most recent shot from Weston Shelton. He faked out the 3, drove inside, and his fingertips just rolled easily right over the lip of the rim. Barren County leading 5-2, 5 minutes to go in the first. Looking for the inbound passes, Pippen from the baseline. Thinks about chucking it down court, but Caleb Prince is locking that off in the backcourt. Cade Hardy gets the inbound. He's guarded by Cash Carter, who just checked in for the Dragons. Pass over left wing. That's Pippen. Now in the hands of Shelton. On the left wing, he's guarded by Caleb Prince. Caleb Prince, that 4th region player of the year runner-up last year for Warren East. His stats would not be denied last season. He had 11 points against Bowling Green in their win on Friday. Here's the pass inside to Jackson Bird. Foul is called behind. Blocking foul.
Dragons are playing some tough, tight defense. They got their hands in their faces. They got hands moving everywhere. And anytime there's somebody that is being double teamed, they get right back on the person that's left wide open to make sure that they don't get an opportunity to score.
Pippen goes from about 10 feet out. Can't connect on the jumper. There come the Dragons quickly in transition. Armani Bird with a long 2. Got it. His first points of the game. Shooting 50% from the field on the season and currently 1 for 2 in the opening 4 minutes of this contest. Barren still leads 5-4. Leading the charge down the court is Shelton. Escapes the double team pressure. Hardy with a long pass. Way too strong, and he hits the drums of the Warren Central band over in the corner of the court. Trying to find a rhythm to his own drum. Let's look at the replay of that Armani Bird long 2. Courtesy of Toyota Bowling Green. If you're watching on our live stream, a good pass from Cash Carter. Finds a waiting Armani Bird with space on the left side. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Barren County leads 5-4. Caleb Prince running point now, top of the key. Ready to check in is Randall Hulbert for Warren Central at the table. Here's Caleb Prince, right wing. Fakes the drive baseline, cuts back to his left. Hands it off to Cash Carter. Carter to Bird, top of the key. Now in the hands of KJ Johnson, who just checked in. He takes a long 3. Nothing but nylon. Woo! KJ Johnson with a hand in the face shows no fear and gives Warren Central the lead back. Warren Central leading 7-5, 3.5 minutes to go in the first. Armani Bird with the interception on the pass. Tries to drive in, look for the pass inside to KJ Johnson. They'll call the foul on the floor. It'll stay with Warren Central. Let's take a look at this 3 from KJ Johnson. You see the handoff from Bird. He thinks about it, takes the hand in the face, and knocks down a nothing but net shot. Checking in for Warren Central, Armani Bird coming out. Bryce Cousin, the senior guard, checking in. You see Armani Bird there, one of the front runners for 4th Region Player of the Year. He was all-region 3rd team last season. Most recently had 16 points against Bowling Green. Here's a 3 again for Cash Carter. Connects on the 3-pointer.
Nothing but cash change on that 3.
It wasn't a strong opening, and a steal here. Cash Carter getting it done on both ends of the floor. Gets the steal and puts it back. Timeout called.
Not $3, $2. Let's make it 5.
Warren Central leads 12-5, 3:11 to go in the first. We'll step aside. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
How many miles are on it?
Man, I lost count, but runs great. Do you want it or not?
I think I'll pass.
3 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter as we take a look at the three-pointer by Gavin Carter. There's a reason they call him Cash. It's because he's money from deep. Beautiful shot there by Cash Carter. He got 5 points because just after that he forced the steal as that ball is thrown way high and bounces off the rafters.
That was a football pass if I've ever seen one. He was going deep.
Barren County with 5 turnovers so far here in the first quarter. Warren Central with none. Warren Central leading 12-5. You can see those state championship banners hanging high for Warren Central. It's not been long since they felt that success. Inbound pass to KJ Johnson for a three. That one won't connect. He'll get another shot at it. Fakes the drive. He'll get called for the double dribble, though. That'll turn it over. The Dragons' first turnover of the contest. 3:05 to go in the first. So KJ Johnson with a made three. Warren Cunningham talking it over with the official in front of the Barren County bench. And now Pippin will inbound it from that same spot. He's got a face full of Cash Carter and eventually finds Shelton on the inbound pass. Now Hardy trapped in the backcourt, finds Pippin to escape it. Pippin nearly gets stolen by Randall Holbert. He's going to drive inside, can't connect. Rebound hauled in by Barren County, and the putback. Browning with the putback too. Warren Central still leading 12-7, 2:45 to go in the first. Here's Randall Holbert, who just checked in for the Dragons. Sends it off to Bryce Cousin, right wing. Now back in the hands of Holbert, left wing. Passing cross court to Cousin. Moving around the perimeter of the Dragons. Stop and pop J for Carter, can't connect. And the rebound brought in by Jackson Bird. Full pressure here for Hardy. Finds Pippin in the left corner waiting on him, but pressure's put on by Ojari Morrell. Pass outside for Hardy. Thinks about the deep three. Instead, fakes the drive, shakes the defender. Stop, pop, Jay connects.
That shot right there was definitely earned.
Here's a deep three from Bryce Cousin. That one won't fall. Wrestling for the rebound is Cash Carter. Goes up for the putback, can't get the foul. Here comes Barren County, and they'll call it a blocking foul, it looks like, on KJ Johnson. Look at this play from Cade Hardy. Just happened on the other end of the floor. Shook off Randall Holbert and connected on the long two. And Ryan Holbert checking back in for KJ Johnson. Armani Bird back at the scoring table as well. He'll be checking back in for Bryce Cousin, who comes out.
The Dragons have been playing that defense that we all have seen so well they played this year already, and they're playing tough, deep, and in their face.
Here's Shelton trying to shake off Ryan Holbert. Pass over to Hardy, left wing. Looking to get back in his normal offensive rhythm is Cade Hardy. He only had 7 points in the team's loss to Adair County. Passes it inside to Gavin Nunn, who banks it off the rim for two. 4 points for Gavin Nunn. Leads all Trojans. Long three this time from the right wing for Holbert. Won't connect. Looks like it'll be a foul called. Looks like it'll be on Tavares Hoosier. Actually on Ojari Morrell is the foul. That's his first, team's fourth. 2 turnovers for Warren Central. Barren County will look for the inbound pass with Carson Browning. Warren Central only up by one once again, 12-11 the lead. Pass inside to Nunn. Nunn hands it off again to Browning. Looking to charge down the floor. He's guarded by McComb. Still stuck in the backcourt is Maddox Griggs, who just checked in. Still in the backcourt. Trying to avoid that violation. Has to pass it out. And Ojari Morrell comes away with the basket. Or with the ball, rather. Here come the Dragons. Back down the floor. Armani Bird, top of the key. Sends it over. Left corner. Three. Attempt. Holbert. Bang! First field goal attempt for Ryan Holbert, and it's a long three that connects. He's a 57% three-point shooter on the season. That one's stolen away. Ojari Morrell once again finds his hands on a loose ball. Another three-pointer left wing. Oh, it rims out, but Ryan Holbert had a good look on it. As some fouls go down underneath. Looks like it's another foul on Ojari Morrell. That's his second and the team's 5th foul. That will put Barren County into the bonus for the remainder of this quarter.
This defense has been tough. They are getting steals. They're taking things away. Every point that the Trojans make has been earned, and rightfully so, the way that they're playing defense. Both teams are playing great defenses, but The Dragons defense has just been up and in your face.
Weston Shelton at the line shooting 2. First shot's up, and it's good. Shelton now with 4 points. He's a 76% free throw shooter. He had a 1-for-2 trip to the line earlier in the first quarter. 45 seconds to go in the first. Dragons lead 15-12. Second shot rims out. Fighting for it underneath the basket are the Dragons, and Ryan Holbert finds the loose ball. Back down the floor, here's McCombs in transition, lays up a floater, too strong. Bird goes for the putback twice, can't connect, and Jackson Bird gets the rebound. They come back down the floor, Barren County, Shelton driving inside, forcing his way to the rim. McCombs gets the rebound off the missed shot.
Very physical game right now. They are crashing into one another.
Here's Ryan Holbert slowing down the pace of the game for the final 15 seconds, looking to take that last shot. Caleb Prince just checked back in for the Dragons. Dragons lead by 3. Here's Prince moving left side off the screen, loses the dribble, recovered by Bird, goes for the putback, 5 seconds left, wrestling under the rim for the basket, put back, no good. Barren County wrestles it away with Gavin Nunn to end a very physical first quarter. Warren Central leads 15-12 after 1 as we'll step aside. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter. You're listening and watching local high school hoops here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back to the Dragons' lair as the Dragons have the command. 15-12 they lead to start the second quarter. Second quarter coverage brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. It's Morgantown Bank and Trust, serving Bowling Green, Morgantown, and now Beaver Dam. Visit one of our locations today. Both teams heading back out onto the floor after what was a very physical first quarter. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp joining you along with the rest of our 7 Mountain Sports crew. Hamp, I don't think a first quarter could get more physical with as little fouls as there were.
Murph, it reminds me of a computer game that I played back in the day called Battle Chess. It's the Dragons on one side, the Trojans on the other, and they've just been colliding.
Here's Caleb Prince with a 3 to start the second quarter. Bird going for the putback, can't connect. Barren County would have had the rebound with Pippin, but it goes out of bounds off his shoe. Warren Central will keep the possession at their baseline. Looking for the inbound passes, Prince finds Bird underneath. He's going to do a fadeaway J. Can't connect on that one. Barren County getting the turnover. So they go down the floor. Ryan Holbert putting his body on the line for the steal. One-on-one with Cade Hardy. Passing it over inside to Duncan. Duncan can't connect. Holbert once again with the rebound. Here's Caleb Prince. He had some space on the right wing. Pass over to McCombs. McCombs driving baseline. Pass outside to Bird, left wing. Now in the hands of Holbert. Great ball movement by the Dragons. Here's Prince. Hard pass to the left wing. Bird going to take a 3. Got it! Ball movement frenzy for the Dragons, and they find an open Armani Bird on the wing. Here they come back down the floor. Foul's going to get called. Looks like that foul will be on Jadis Duncan. That's his team's first of the quarter. Dragons lead 18-12 after that 3 by Bird. Let's take a look at it here, courtesy of Toyota Bowling Green. Great open look. Caleb Prince fakes the drive, passes it cross court almost. And Armani Bird's motion is just so fluid from deep for a guy of his stature. You could tell his growth as a ball player and physically over the offseason. He's gotten much taller since last season, and he's putting it to use so far. He's got 5 points in the contest. Dragons lead 18-12. Barren County looking for the drive with Cade Hardy, shaking the defender, takes a long 3, gets stuck on the back iron, and Jeremiah McCombs finds the teardrop. 6:45 to go in the second. Prince outside. Dominique Anthony with the 3. Count it! Dominique Anthony with 5. Warren Central extends the lead 21-12. Let's take a look at that 3 once again by Dominique Anthony. Caleb Prince finding all the assists today, and Dominique Anthony with a smooth hand knocks down the 3-pointer. We'll keep it here during this timeout. Warren Central leading 21-12. If you're listening over the radio waves, we appreciate you for tuning in or via our live stream. If you're tuning in over the radio waves and you're able to watch our live stream, we've got multiple camera angles, all the graphics you could want to keep up with the score, timeouts, game clock, even of that nature, all courtesy of our own Matthew Clark, our producer-director here on the broadcast today, as well as the rest of our Seven Mountain Sports crew. Seth Daniel on game cam, Dalton Lawson on game cam, Seth Daniel as our alternate shot you're seeing there on the screen. Dominic Anthony coming out of the timeout, and Andy Morgan back on the boards at the station getting us over the airwaves. We appreciate them for making it possible. 6:40 to go in the second quarter. Barren County trying to break out of the full court press. Pippin one-on-one with Caleb Prince, and they'll call the foul against him. That'll be Prince's first and team's second of the quarter. Dragons playing very physical in this first half.
Oh, yeah, and that bump right there was just a little bit of what's been going on in this game so far. It's been very physical.
Pippin looking for the inbound pass. He finds Shelton in the backcourt. He's guarded by Ryan Holbert, but here comes Ajari Morrell trying to force the issue. He does. Gavin Nunn then passes it over to Hardy. Hardy driving, kicks outside to Browning in the left corner. Browning now guarded by Dominique Anthony. Anthony, a suppressive force on defense, but like pretty much this entire Dragons team, can get it done on both ends. Here's Hardy, deep on the left side. Fade away. Jay, just an unlucky bounce. Can't get it to fall. Looks like a foul's going to get called on Barren County.
They are battling under the rim. They're battling away from the ball. This Dragon defense is forcing the Trojans to do things that I don't think they typically do or play the way that they typically play. They are just in their face.
Armani Bird checks out, it looks like, for Jeremiah McCombs, who's once again back into the action. Now Ryan Holbert running point at the logo. Hands off to McCombs. Just checked in, driving baseline, goes for the up and under, gets it to go, and one. Let's take a look at this before the free throw, courtesy of Toyota of Bowling Green. A great up and under scoop. Driving underneath the baseline. Great shot there from Jeremiah McCombs going for the three-point play. Make this a 12-point lead. Bounces up high, no good. Maddox Griggs gets the rebound. 5:50 to go in the first half. Caleb Prince throwing his hands in the air, forces a turnover. Now here comes Prince. Prince down the floor, one-on-one with the freshman, shakes the defender, lays it up and in, and one.
Just like the number on his chest.
Caleb Prince, his first points of the game in dramatic fashion, showing off his handles. You see the steal there at the start of that clip, then the drive, the shake on the sophomore Maddox Griggs, and he lays it in. Great look, courtesy of Toyota of Bowling Green. Here's Caleb Prince for the three-point play. That one won't connect. Shelton gets the rebound for Barren County. 5.5 minutes to go. Shelton tied for leading all scorers in the team's loss to Adair County. He had 20 points. So far, he's got 4 in this one. Here's Shelton. Kick over to Pippin, right wing. Deep, guarded by Ajari Morrell. Now back in the hands of Shelton. Trojans searching the perimeter. Warren Cunningham on the far sideline is calling out for the play. Here's Pippin, top of the key. He's going to take a long three of his own. Looked good, but bounced out the inner rim. Goes out of bounds right in front of the Dragons bench. Now turn it over to Warren Central.
And number 2, Carter.
The Trojans, man, they are definitely trying to set up plays to get their guys open and get everything set up the way that they want it to be.
And you see Coach Cunningham there on your screen there briefly, calling for his team to slow their roll and just put their pressure on defense. Dragons, their largest lead of the game so far, it's 13. 25-12 your score. Inside 5 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Dominic Anthony driving baseline outside to Caleb Prince. Hand to the face, tries for the three, can't get it. Rebound recovered by Morrell. That one won't go. Morrell gets his own miss. Back outside. Caleb Prince showing off the handles over to Dominic Anthony. Great pass, open three, got it, and the foul.
Giving the sign of ice in his veins.
They'll say the foul was an offensive foul, so that three will not count, I don't believe.
Oh, man.
But look at this move from Prince to Anthony. You could see at the bottom of your screen, Morrell, it looked like, had tripped one of the Trojans, and they called that the offensive foul before Anthony got the shot off, so that three will not count, unfortunately. The Dragons still up 25-12, your current score. Dominic Anthony swats that one out of the air, goes out of bounds off his hands, so it'll stay with Barren County at center court. They'll look for the inbound on the far side. Trojans wearing their away blacks with the red and yellow trim, red numbers as well. Dragons wearing their home whites with those navy blue numbers. Anthony wrestling for the basket. Foul's going to get called against him. Gavin Nunn was going for that ball for Barren County. That'll be Dominic Anthony's first foul, a pushing foul, and that's the team's fourth of this quarter. 4.5 minutes to go in the second.
The Dragons are going to have to be really careful about how they're going after the ball, because it is causing fouls, and they're going to be put into the penalty if they don't watch out before too long.
Cade Hardy was under 2 points of pressure from either side by Cash Carter and looked like KJ Johnson. That forced him out of bounds, so that turns it over to Warren Central. That's 11 turnovers for Barren County in the first half so far. 4:20 to go in the second. Caleb Prince running point at that Warren Central logo center court. Hands it off to Anthony, top of the key. Spins off the moving screen from Armani Bird. Fadeaway J for Anthony, and he connects. Makes up for that three that got taken back. Quick on the inbound is Barren County. Dragons continue to pad the lead, 30-12. That one goes out of bounds, looks like off the hands of KJ Johnson. It'll stay with Barren County. Shelton will look for the inbound right in front of the Dragons bench. Unseld, calling for the move to the left side. Inbound pass complete to Jackson Bird. Now Weston Shelton running point. Looking for the drive, top of the key. He's guarded by Cash Carter. Now back, top of the key to Wade Compton, the junior, checking in for his first minutes. Looking for the open pass from Hardy. Nearly got the interception, did Caleb Prince. Here's the drive. Can't connect. Armani Bird with the board. Wade Compton checks in, goes for the shot. Driving baseline is KJ Johnson. Back outside to Cash Carter. He's still money. Write that check and deposit it.
Cha-ching.
33-12, the lead for the Dragons. 3:15 to go in the second. Still trying to break out of this full court press. KJ Johnson looks like almost got the steal. Looks like they'll call the foul against him, though. That'll be his second. Or no, foul's going to be on Caleb Prince. That's his second. Team's fifth. That'll put Barren County into the bonus for the remaining 3:14 of this quarter. And that'll send Weston Shelton once again to the line to shoot two.
It's looking like the Game of Thrones right now with the Dragons flying in and everybody's looking around like, where are they coming from?
First shot's complete for Shelton. He's got 5. Randall Holbert checks in for Caleb Prince and the Dragons. Second shot on the way for Weston Shelton, a 76% free throw shooter, as he goes 2 for 2 that trip. Running point now is KJ Johnson. Heads down the far sideline. Now pass inside to Cash Carter. Now pass, Dominic Anthony loves this left corner, and he got it. He wanted redemption, and he got it. And here another steal and a lay from KJ Johnson. Can't complete the lay, another steal. Here's the three from Johnson. Bang! Woo! Flex on him, young buck KJ Johnson. Take a look at the replay courtesy of Toyota Bowling Green. Second chance opportunities, and KJ Johnson's the one who makes the most of it. We step aside. Warren Central leads 39-14. We'll be back. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountains Sports Network.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait, the dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
Welcome you back to the Dragons lair, where the Dragons feel comfy and right at home, leading 39-14, 2:49 to go in the second quarter. The scoreboard in the gymnasium says 39-14. We thought there was a three-pointer, or we're pretty sure there was a three-pointer called back by Dominic Anthony, but for now we will match how the scoreboard in the gym shows the score. You saw it there on your screen as Dominic Anthony had the one taken from him, but he connects on one from the same spot. So either way, whether they choose to call it back, he got his redemption.
Definitely.
Here comes Barren County down the floor. Carson Browning driving down the far sideline. Pass it over to Shelton. Wide open is Shelton for a left wing three. Can't connect. Gavin Nunn gets the board, wrestling for the rebound. Foul's called. And it looks like he'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Gavin has definitely been all over the boards and everywhere. He is playing some great defense out there, and he is battling the best that he can, and he's getting to the line now.
Now, that foul was on Randall Holbert. That's his first, team's 6th. So Barren County already in the bonus here, and first shot is knocked down by Gavin Nunn. He's got 5 in the contest so far. He's a 57% free throw shooter, is the senior forward. Second shot's on the way, and that one rims out. Rebound by Cash Carter. KJ Johnson running point back down the floor. Top of the key, kicks it over to Cash. Cash left wing has Randall Holbert there, who just checked in, then sends it over to KJ Johnson, right wing, looking for the inbound pass to Bryce Cousin. Now back to Randall Holbert. Cash Carter, courtside pass. KJ Johnson feeling it from deep, can't connect. Bryce Cousin gets the rebound, intercepted by Pippin. Foul is called on KJ Johnson. That'll be his second. Barren County already in the bonus, so you could send Cameron Pippin to the free throw line.
That last 3 that KJ made reminded me of KJ Johnson, Kevin Johnson, that played for the Phoenix Suns back in the day when he took that shot.
So at the line now, shooting 2, Cameron Pippin, his first trip to the free throw line. He's a 62% free throw shooter. First shot's no good. Tied and led the scoring effort in the loss at Adair County for Barren County. He had 20 points, as well did Weston Shelton. Next closest was 12. Second shot on the way for Shelton, and it falls through. Or for Pippin, rather. Back down the floor goes Cash Carter. And over to Ryan Holbert now, who's sitting around the right side of center court. Back to Carter. Now to Armani Bird, who just checked back into the game. Holbert over to Ryan Holbert. Now over to Cash Carter in the right corner. Carter back to the Holbert duo. Randall back to Ryan. Ryan Holbert slowing down the pace at the logo. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Here's Armani Bird. Back out to the Holbert duo around the perimeter. Pass inside to Bird, left corner, has a little bit of space, takes the long 3. That one too strong. And it's rebounded by Weston Shelton. Bird wanting another 3. He's only got 5 points in the first half so far. Here's Nunn, shaking the defender, hand off to Hardy. Hardy doesn't even think about the 3, drives inside, instead draws a foul, and now he'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And that's what they'll have to do, is they'll have to just keep driving the lane and keep going keep trying to get the Dragons in foul trouble with the way that they're playing defense, because the defense is impenetrable right now. They are doing a great job, and man, if the Trojans just keep charging away and getting on the line, man, they can get points from right here.
First free throw is complete. Hardy, a 90% free throw shooter, so this is not a guy you want going to the free throw line, and Armani Bird just tallied his second foul. Here's Hardy. Second shot on the way is good. 2 for 2 trip. That 90% shooting from the charity stripe stat isn't for nothing. Now Ryan Holbert, right wing, off to Caleb Prince, who just checked back in. Pass inside to McCombs on the baseline. They'll call a foul. That should be on Carson Browning, a pushing foul. Be his second, team's 4th of the quarter.
Got to get in the heads a little bit of the Dragons the way that they're playing, because they're playing almost lights out at this moment.
Jackson Bird checking back in for Barren County. Here's Caleb Prince looking for the inbound pass. Sends it out deep to Jeremiah McCombs, recovers it at the logo. Moving around the perimeter. Here's Dominique Anthony. Little stop, pop. Back out to Caleb Prince. Right corner 3, too strong. Rebounded by the Trojans. Cameron Pippin carrying it down the court. Here's Hardy, taking the drive inside, hands it off to Jackson Bird, who gets his first points of the contest.
That's what they've been looking for all night.
Jackson Bird only had 4 points against Adair County. If they could get him going, could be a huge difference in the offensive effort. Armani Bird with another long 3, can't get it to fall. Barren County with the board. Armani Bird only with 2 makes and a lot of takes on the first half. Driving, Jackson Bird lays it up and in. He's got 4. Bird getting going to end the first half. Here's Dominique Anthony. Doesn't take the 3. Caleb Prince on the drive, and the Euro step lays it in. Buzzer will sound. Warren Central with a dominant and physical first half. They lead 41-22 at the half. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia halftime report, including stats, highlights, and give you our thoughts going into the second half when we return. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait, the dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain. Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Welcome you back here to Warren Central High School, a place where winning is simply a part of the culture. As you see there, the most recent visit for Warren Central to the state championship, well, we know how that one ended. 2023, the boys state championship. And here they are as odds-on favorites for the 4th region halftime as they're hosting the Barren County Trojans. You see the stats there on your screen. Warren Central leading 41-22. Field goals, while Warren Central has taken a plenty, they have knocked down crucial shots that mattered. Also slightly have the edge in the rebound margin, and forcing turnovers has been a big part of it as well. But you could see it, Hamp, reflecting in the foul numbers. 12 fouls for Warren Central, only 5 for Barren County.
Man, they are playing some serious ball out there today. And with that being said, I'm going to start with Warren Central on the points there. Individually, Armani Bird has 8 points with 6 rebounds so far. He's on track to get his rebounds like he always do, averaging 7 a game. Caleb Prince, 4 points, 1 rebound on the game. Cash Carter, cha-ching, 7 points, 3 rebounds on it. Ryan Holbert, 3 points, 2 rebounds. Jeremiah McCombs, 2 points, 2 rebounds. KJ Johnson, 3 points, 1 rebound. Bryce Cousin has 2 rebounds. Merle has 2 rebounds. Dominique Anthony, 13 points right now. No rebounds at the moment. Jadis Duncan, 1 rebound on us. For the Trojans, you have Weston Shelton with 6 points, 4 rebounds. Maddox Griggs, 1 rebound. Cameron Pippin has 1 point, 2 rebounds. Carson Brownie, 2 points, 1 rebound. Cade Hardy, 4 points, 1 rebound. Jackson Bird with 4 points, 2 rebounds. And then you got Gavin Nunn all over the place on those boards. He has 5 points and 7 rebounds as of right now.
And as we look at some other scores around the region, at the moment, halftime between Glasgow and Adair County. Adair County at Glasgow for the boys action. The girls for Adair ended up taking the win 63-34 just a little bit ago. And the boys action currently, Adair County leading 38-30 at the half. We'll continue to give you scoring updates throughout the region as the night goes on, but we're here at Warren Central High School. Dragons lead 41-22. We'll step aside and be back and continue our Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia halftime report. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountains Sports Network.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait, the dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Trojans marching back out onto the floor to warm up for the second half. We're a couple of minutes away here. We got some time to kill. Warren Central leading 41-22, and with a full head of steam, no doubt, Ham. They're playing very physically. We talked about those foul numbers really sticking out, but something I think you got to point out, too, is the number of shots they've taken. 34 shot attempts, only 14 of those being makes. Slightly uncharacteristic for them, especially after the performance that we noted against Bowling Green on Friday, most notably from their leading scorers. Armani Bird, 2 for 8 from the field so far. Caleb Prince, 2 for 6. So not the greatest shooting nights for their top scorers.
It's not the greatest shooting night for them, but they are getting the ball moved around. They are getting other people involved, and everybody, again, I love it. I love it, and I'm going to keep saying it. I love seeing everybody crash the boards for both teams, the way that it's going down, man. The Dragons, they need to keep playing the way that they're playing, but they do have to be super careful because the players that you just mentioned could very well end up in some foul trouble if they're not careful with how much pressure they're putting in on defense. But they're doing a great job.
We mentioned it before we went to break. Camp, you know, to Dominique Anthony, leading all scores at the moment with 13, leading that Dragons team. He's had multiple moments of open threes. He's hit 3 threes so far, has only missed 2 shots. He's currently on a 5-shot hit streak. So if there's anybody to watch for the hot hand right now, it's number 13, Dominic Anthony.
He is putting it up in bunches, and he is making shots just rain all over the place. It's like fireballs from the Dragons as they are breathing hot fire out, knocking everything over, and just dropping buckets. And he's doing just that by dropping the threes that he's dropping, man, and taking it to the hole and just making the shots that he's making, man. He's doing an absolutely tremendous job. He's just got to keep staying consistent.
Another reminder as to games going on around the region in South Central Kentucky tonight. Bowling Green boys are at Taylor County. Also in boys action, Butler County at Greenwood, South Warren at Franklin Simpson. Adair is at Glasgow. We just gave you that halftime score. Adair County currently leading at the half. Logan County is also at Edmondson County. We'll give you those scoring updates as they become available to us. Of course, here we are at halftime. Warren Central leading 41-22. We're going to take ourselves another short break, and when we return, we'll have the start of the second half right here. When we return, you're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountains Sports Network.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Welcome you back inside Warren Central High School here on the Seven Mountain Sports Network. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside Matthew Clark, producer-director, along with the rest of our Seven Mountain Sports crew. Second half going to be underway in just a moment, and Warren Central with a dominant and physical first half, leading 41-22 to start this third quarter. Wrapping up our Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia halftime report. And we get back to the action. Your officials tonight, Adam Ryder, Ryan Kraft, and Jamian Bailey, as Barren County will have the possession to start the second half. Wasting no time, marching down the floor. All the way up to speed. Weston Shelton currently holding on to the rock, leads the Trojans in scoring in this one so far with 6. Send it over to Pippin, left wing. Pippin, far right side to Hardy. Hardy thinks about the stop and pop from the top of the key. Instead, sends it over to Shelton, who's going to drive baseline. Goes all the way up and lays it off the glass for 2. Here's Caleb Prince, fakes the drive, hands off to Bird. Bird's going to finish the job. He gets the foul called. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's like that foul is going to be on Gavin Nunn, and that's his first, team's first of the quarter, and first foul of the second half for either team.
Coach Cunningham, you could tell that when they went in there at halftime that he drew up some plays. You could tell when they came out they had a play drawn up to make sure that they could get them some points on the board coming right out.
Armani Bird, first shot is good. He's a 73% free throw shooter through the Dragons' first 11 games of the season. Second shot on the way, and it is good. Notable stat, though, Armani Bird 2 for 8 from the field. Now 2 for 9 after that missed layup. Shelton forcing his way down the court. Tries to go up, can't connect. Jeremiah McCombs finds Ryan Holbert, right corner 3. He's going to take it. Too strong. Rebound by Cade Hardy. Wasting no time again in transition. Down the floor to Nunn. Nunn looking for the inside pass for Jackson Bird, but Caleb Prince says no, sir, and swats it out of bounds. Barren County will have it for the inbound on their baseline. Here's Hardy looking for the pass on the left corner. A little bit of a fake out. McCombs gets the interception. Here's Caleb Prince, wide open lane, lays it in. Prince now with 6. He's 3 for 7 on the day. 6:45 to go in the third quarter. Dragons trying to extend this lead, largest it's been at its current state. They lead by 21. 6.5 minutes to go in the third. Here's Hardy driving, stop, pop, lays it off the glass for 2. Tough finish.
Taking it to the hole and getting it on the inside.
Here's Bird, thinks about the dunk, but decides to be gentle with it and lays it off the glass.
Bird flying high already.
Armani Bird now 3 for 10 on the day. Still looking to improve his shooting woes from the first half, but the Dragons still lead 47-26. Cade Hardy getting that 3-ball active from the right wing. Down the floor he goes. Armani Bird, stop and pop, long J connects. Both these teams just trading shots at this point. 4 for 11 now is Armani Bird. Down the court, Nunn to Shelton. Shelton on the drive against Bird. Bird with the block. Goes out of bounds.
Oh, says no way, young man.
Let's look at this replay, courtesy of Toyota Bowling Green. You see the pass down the court. Nunn hands it off to Shelton, thinks about the drive, and Bird, my goodness, says no, sir.
No, no, no.
Here's, Cade Hardy. Looked for the inbound pass. Looked like Dominique Anthony got a finger on it and knocked it back out of bounds. So Barren County will retain the possession. Jeremiah McCombs checking out for Cash Carter, who comes into the game. Ryan Holbert hands in the face of Cade Hardy. Shelton over to Hardy, right wing. He's guarded by Holbert. Fadeaway J from Cade Hardy is rebounded by Armani Bird. Here's Ryan Holbert driving on Hardy. Back outside to Bird. Bird with some space and some daylight for a 3. No good. Caleb Prince drives for the rebound. Goes out of bounds off his hands. Turns it over to Barren County. Barren County, if you're just now joining us and over the radio waves, wearing their away black uniforms with those red numbers, yellow trim. Warren Central wearing their home whites, navy trim and those navy numbers. Here's Shelton, gets it stolen away by Prince. Prince looking for Holbert. Holbert loses the dribble, sends it back out to Carter for a three. Cash money. I don't know how many times he's deposited it, but it's starting to overflow.
Cha-ching. That's all we can say for it. Oh, man, money bag.
Cash Carter's second three of the game extends the lead for the Dragons, 52-29. Shelton driving to Nunn. Underneath the rim, tries to lay it off the fingertips. Going for the putback is Bird. It goes out of bounds off the hands of Armani Bird. So we'll stay with Barren County. KJ Johnson checking into the contest for Ryan Holbert, who started the game and started in the lineup for the second half. Get some minutes to take a breather on the bench here. 4:51 to go in the third. Inbound pass to Nunn. He lays it up with the left hand and knocks it down. Nunn now with 7 points. Dominique Anthony fakes out the three. Hands it over to Cash Carter. Carter back out to KJ Johnson. Wants the long three. Instead, is going to drive. Kicks it outside to Cash. Cash going to drive. Baseline. Lays it up and in. No. It's going to roll off the back iron, but he draws the foul, so he'll head to the line to shoot two. Foul is going to be on Jackson Bird. That's his first and team's second of this quarter. Warren Central did a lot of fouling in that first half, and now about halfway through this third quarter, they've yet to draw a foul so far in the second half. So doing a lot better job of that while still maintaining that aggression. First shot on the way for Cash Carter is good. Carter, a 50% free throw shooter on the season. A couple of substitutions for Barren County as Cameron Pippin checks out for Carson Browning. Second shot set for Cash Carter. It's up. Bounces off the back iron. Rebounded by Browning for Barren County. 4:25 to go in the third. Shelton trying to shake a defender. Dominique Anthony going for the steal. Gets it off his fingertips and out of bounds into the grandstands. Lucky fan caught it and handed it back.
Man, I can't believe he handed the ball back. He should have kept it and got it signed.
I would have went for a half-court shot. Here's Cade Hardy going to drive quickly on the inbound pass. Goes all the way under the baseline and wraps back out to the right wing. Pass inside. Jackson Bird. He's got space. Thinks of the jumper. That one won't fall. Cash Carter gets the rebound. Here they go back down the floor. KJ Johnson makes a deposit for two.
Again, looking just like Kevin Johnson from back in the days. That was an old school 90s move.
Looking around, 3:50 to go. Travel's called on Cade Hardy. Unfortunate turnover to Warren Central at center court.
The Dragons have been making the Trojans think a whole lot about what it is that they're going to do, which is causing them not to perform the way that they normally do. Jackson Bird just a little while ago thought about a shot that he normally probably would have taken, but he didn't do it.
Caleb Prince, Euro step, lays it in easily, making it look like money. Down the floor, again, Shelton doing full court sprints, and the hop draws the foul. And they'll call it a blocking foul rather than offensive. And it looks like he'll head to the line to shoot two. That foul's going to be on Dominique Anthony. It'll be his second, and that'll be his team's first of the quarter. Dominique Anthony talking it over with the official.
Yeah, I don't think his feet were planted, and that's what got him in trouble. He didn't get over in time and get turned into a tree is what he didn't do.
All smiles, though, between Dominique Anthony and the officials team as several substitutions coming in. Caleb Prince heading out in favor of Randall Holbert. Dominique Anthony checking out as well for Jeremiah McCombs and the Dragons. Also Peyton James checking in for Barren County. And Cameron Pippin coming back in for the Trojans. Shot is good for Weston Shelton.
Also into the Trojans, number 5.
Another substitution for Barren County. Maddox Griggs, the sophomore, checking back into the contest for Weston Shelton. Shelton been doing a lot of full court sprints up and down the floor. He's going to need some, conserve that energy for a fourth quarter run. Dragons lead 57-33.
All that running, he still has hit 6 free throws.
Monty Bird sitting at the top of the key. Back into the contest, cross-court pass to Carter, then across court to KJ Johnson. Great movement around the perimeter, three-pointer, this time from Carter, and it goes in.
Money is what we called it back in the day. Money.
Third three for Cash Carter. The foul is called that time, looks like on Cash Carter. That'll be his first. See Carter there. after hitting the three, getting right back on defense. 60-33 the lead for Warren Central. Trying to break out of the full court press. So it's Barren County now. Long court pass for Griggs. Griggs ends up in the hands of Browning. Browning, fadeaway, floater, got it. Here's Randall Holbert, just checked into the game. Gives it over to Cash Carter, into Bird, back to Carter, top of the key. Playing hot potato around the perimeter of the Dragons. Over left corner, Cash Carter left open in the corner again. Call the bank, make a deposit. Cash Carter with his 4th three of the game.
Nothing but money.
Still trying to break out of the full court press or Barren County. Here's Cade Hardy, 1-on-2. Back to Griggs at the logo, intercepted out of the air by KJ Johnson. Johnson with the options, lays it up. Boom with the slam. Boom, shakalaka. Armani Bird calls his shot and slams it home. Setting the tone here, Jeremiah McCombs falls into the grandstands. And it goes out of bounds. Take a look at this replay. Armani Bird take flight. Johnson surveys, sees Bird, knows what he wants, and he jams it.
Boy.
Great action here at Warren Central as Armani Bird heading back to the bench for Jadis Duncan, who checks in. 1:58 to go in the third. Dragons are setting the tone. They lead by 30. 65-35 your current score. Here's Pippen, left wing, guarded by McCombs. Back over to Shelton, who just checked back into the game. That one put up by Shelton, no good. McCombs with the rebound. Here they go, back down the floor, laying it up and in is Randall Holbert for 2. And the Dragons cheer squad is loving it.
Dragons are moving the floor and moving the ball really well, taking it away.
Here's a steal, Johnson lays it in. Timeout, Barren County.
Call them butter because they are on a roll.
69-35 the lead for Warren Central. 1:21 to go in the third. We step aside. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Here's 5 ways to keeping your Toyota running smoother. Get long life out of your vehicle. Make sure you're checking and changing your oil. If your tires look like this, that's not good. Is your vehicle slow to start? Let us check your battery. Stop in, let us check your brakes. It's very important to make sure all your fluids are topped off. When you're ready to get your car serviced, come see the team at Toyota Bowling Green.
Holy cow are the only words to describe what you just saw from that man on your screen, Armani Bird. Take a look at that replay of that dunk before the timeout. Toyota Bowling Green with a great look, an interception by KJ Johnson, who knows the assignment, and Armani Bird slams it home. What more can you ask for than some high-flying Dragons basketball action? Looking for the inbound for Barren County as Pippen does a little hop and throw, and the foul is called. Looks like it'll be on KJ Johnson. That'd be his second.
Dragon foul number 5. Johnson is
just a little bit. It was well called.
In for the Dragons, number 1, Prince.
In for the Dragons, Caleb Prince checks in as KJ Johnson comes out. It was actually his 3rd foul. Minute 20 to go in the third. Nunn gets the inbound now with Hardy, who's guarded by Randall Holbert. Trying to break out of this full court press are Barren County. They finally do so. Hardy double teamed. Browning to Pippen. Pippen with a 3, left wing. Too strong back iron. And it's rebounded by Randall Holbert. Here they go back down the floor. Ryan Holbert over to McCombs. Now Randall Holbert. Long 2. No good. Rebound wrestled for. Foul is called from behind on Jeremiah McCombs. That'll be his first and team's 4th of the quarter. 49 seconds to go in the third.
Over the back. You can't jump over the back like that and try to get the rebound.
It's only the 6th turnover for the Dragons in the contest. Maddox Griggs checking back in for Barren County. Cade Hardy coming out to take a breather, showing his frustration as he heads back to the bench. Randall Holbert also checking out as Bryce Cousin, the senior guard, checking in for Warren Central. Pippen inbound to Shelton. Shelton already double teamed, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the baseline after the inbound pass. So now Warren Central will have it right underneath their scoring basket.
I don't know what Coach Cunningham could even tell his players. I mean, it's so it's so mind-boggling to have them pressure you like that.
Inside, Carson Browning steals it away. Back down the floor, Shelton goes, lays it up, and in. Or Pippen, rather. Pippen, first points of the second half. First made field goal of the contest. Caleb Prince looking for a fadeaway jumper. Foul is once again, looks like, called from behind. This one on Jadis Duncan, his second, and team's fourth.
Can't jump behind the back, can't jump over the back like that. Can't go over the back trying to get that.
It will be 5 fouls that time, so that'll put Warren Central into the bonus. No, they're going to change their minds. I think 2 of the officials had the wrong idea. I do believe it is 5 fouls this quarter now.
Oh, they're going to count it up.
I believe it is 5 fouls, if I'm not mistaken. The officials are talking it over. Again, your official crew for tonight's game includes Adam Ryder, Ryan Kraft, and Jamian Bailey. They're going to say it's at 4, I believe, talking it over at the scoring table. I may have been mistaken. I was under the impression it was the 5th.
Well, the pressure that the defense has put on, and as much of that has been going on, I mean, it's hard to really almost keep up with how they're calling them.
Both the official is speaking to both of these scorers for both Barren County and Warren Central to say how many fouls each had. Looking at each one, seems like this is still going to be debated. 31 seconds here to go in the third. Warren Central leading 69-37. There are 4 fouls currently listed for Warren Central, and it looks like it will remain that way. That will be their 4th foul of the quarter, based on the numbers at the scoring table.
Hey, got to be careful.
Once again, this pressure from Warren Central is just immense. They cannot break out of their own backcourt. Pass. Shelton breaks the defender, lays it up, in, and one. Tough finish for Weston Shelton, the sophomore. He'll head to the line for a 3-point play. Take a look at the replay, courtesy of Toyota Bowling Green. Driving inside, lays it up, banks it in. Little slide to show off some swagger. Now we'll go for the 3-point play. He's had multiple trips to the free throw line already this contest, 76% on the season. That one won't fall, though. Bird gets the board. Back down the floor goes Warren Central. Here's Jeremiah McCombs, right wing. Sends it back outside to Ryan Holbert, top of the key. Now Caleb Prince around the logo. Final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Dragons lead by 30. Driving in is Caleb Prince. Tough finish. Banks it off the glass for 2. That one inbound pass will sound the buzzer. Pass is no good. And that will conclude the third quarter. Dragons with a strong showing here after 3. They lead 71-39. We'll step aside and be back for the start of the fourth. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today. At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
Welcome you back inside Warren Central High School, where the Dragons reign going into the fourth quarter, leading 71-39. Fourth quarter coverage all season long, brought to you by Edmonton State Bank, helping make your dream home construction come true sooner. Contact one of their seasoned loan officers today. That's Edmonton State Bank, your team. Fourth quarter about to get underway. Dragons leading 71-39. Just 3 points away from initiating a running clock. Should their offense continue to roll as it has. The inbound complete from Cousins to Holbert. Holbert over to Cash Carter. He's still feeling frisky from 3. My goodness.
Nothing but the money.
5 3-pointers for Cash Carter in the game. Gavin Nunn's just biding his time, looking for a pass deep downfield to Jackson Bird. He was a wide receiver in football. He knows the assignment. Goes for the layup. Bird gets the rebound. Back down the floor come the Dragons. Armani Bird left with plenty of space to breathe for a 3. Too strong off the back iron. Cash Carter gets the rebound. They'll call a foul. It'll stay with Warren Central. Looks like the foul is going to be on Cade Hardy. That's his first and team's first of the quarter. And running clock now with that three-pointer has now been initiated for the fourth and final quarter. Dragons lead 74-39. Caleb Prince looking for the inbound pass. That one tipped out by Shelton, but smacked away by Ryan Holbert on the recovery. Cash Carter looking for more. Got it!
Boy, I tell you what, he's nothing but on fire.
4 straight three-pointers for Cash Carter. 6:45 to go in the fourth. Shelton over to Jackson Bird. Back to Shelton. Kicks it outside. Griggs with a long three. Top of the key. Bounces off the front of the rim. No good. Caleb Prince with the rebound. Here comes Prince. Driving inside. Lays it up with the right hand. And it's good. Caleb Prince with a great turnaround in this second half. He went 2 for 6 in the first half. He's 4 for 4 in the second.
Taking the ball to the hole every single time.
Pass outside. Here's the drive to Shelton. Hands it off to Nunn. He's wide open. Lays it in for 2. Nunn with 9 points for the Trojans. Leads all Barren County scorers. 6:05 to go in the fourth. Running clock initiated. Cash Carter still wants more. That one bounced off the front of the rim. That's his first miss of the second half. Here's Jackson Bird on the other end. Passes over to Griggs, who's left wide open on the left wing. Back to Bird, then back to Cade Hardy around the logo. Shelton now on the right wing. Shelton to Griggs, now to Hardy, left wing. Barren County searching for an open lane around the perimeter. Hardy back outside to Shelton. Shelton, spin move, trying to shake off Prince. Back out to Griggs. Hardy wide open, deep three from the left side. Got it! Swish! That's that three-point range Cade Hardy is known for. And his second straight three in the second half.
That's what they've been waiting on all night and just haven't been able to get it because of the defense of the Dragons.
5:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Running clock in effect. Cash Carter shakes the defender and lays it in. Cash Carter getting right back on defense and making this game all about him. Here's Griggs. Pass inside to Nunn. Nunn with Bird, and he lays it up over top of him for 2. Nunn leading all scorers now with 11 for Barren County. Bird, top of the key, waiting for that pass, but Bryce Cousin hands it off to Caleb Prince now, top of the key. Shaking off Hardy with the handles. That's swatted away by Hardy. A great block. Here comes Shelton back down the floor, one-on-one with Ryan Holbert. Hits a spin to the left side. Off the back iron, gets a lucky bouncing in. 4.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Warren Central leading 81-48. Now Caleb Prince slowing down the momentum here. Several substitutions at the scoring table for Warren Central. Ryan Holbert now off the Bird. Left wing three from Bryce Cousin. That one rims out. Here comes Griggs. Now a long 2. That one from Shelton, no good.
I was wondering if the Dragons were going to slow it down, and it looks like they've slowed the defense down a little bit and figured they got it in the bag.
Ryan Holbert with a long 3. Now back down the floor goes Shelton. He's going to drive, draws the foul, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2. That foul is going to be on Ryan Holbert. That'll be his first and team's first of the quarter. 3:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Running clock is in effect except under free throws. And I believe it's going to be a whole new 5 for Warren Central at the scorer's table. At the free throw line, shooting 2 is Weston Shelton. First one's on the way, and it's good. Whole new 5 for Warren Central. Checks in Ojari Morrell, Dominique Anthony, Randall Holbert, KJ Johnson, and Jeremiah McCombs back into the contest for the remaining 3:45. Weston Shelton, second free throw shot on the way this trip, and it's good. 2 for 2 trip that time. Substitutions for Barren County as Peyton James checks in for Weston Shelton. Here comes Warren Central. 3:40 to go, running clock in effect. Randall Holbert trying to drive baseline, draws the foul on Wade Compton. That'll be Compton's first and team's second of the quarter. Checking in now for Barren County, Tyson Miller, the junior center, checking in for Jackson Bird.
I was going to say Central might be starting to put their people in, but they've been doing it all game, so it's a little different.
Inbound, passed outside to KJ Johnson, who's going to get the foul called on Maddox Griggs. That'll be Griggs' first, and Barren County's third of the quarter. 3 minutes now to go in regulation. Randall Holbert looking for the inbound. Finds Dominique Anthony on the no-look in the left corner. Driving baseline is Anthony. He had a great first half. Travel's going to get called against him. Looks like he picked up his left foot, pivot foot on the spin.
Big time. He picked it up. He picked it all the way up and spun it around.
Only 9 turnovers for Warren Central in the contest. 2.5 minutes to go. Looking down court, another 4 substitutions ready to come in for Warren Central. And driving inside was Carson Browning. Randall Holbert quick for the Dragons in transition, now already back at the top of the key. Dragons setting their offense. Holbert driving, lays it off the glass. Tough finish, and one.
Oh. Still bringing it to them with the score what it is. I mean, they're still playing as if it's the first quarter. I mean, both teams are still putting in maximum effort.
4 more substitutions again for Warren Central, as Tavarius Hoosier will come into the contest, as well as Damaris Smith. Several other names coming in for Warren Central. Jadis Duncan as well among them at the line. For the three-point play was Randall Holbert. Can't connect, but Jadis Duncan gets the rebound. Another putback for Hoosier, and he drops it in. Comes Barren County, final 2 minutes.
Still playing the same full-court defense, pressure all the way.
Here's Griggs, right wing. He drives inside. He draws the foul. Almost got the and one to go, but now we'll head to the line to shoot 2. Foul is on Donovan Bradford. That's Bradford's first and team's second of the quarter.
Griggs at the line, shooting 2.
Griggs at the line, shooting 2. First trip to the free throw line this game. That one, no good. He's a 73% free throw shooter on the season. Cameron Combs now checking in for Carson Browning on the Trojans. Second shot on the way for Maddox Griggs, and that one falls. Warren Central now controlling the pace. They lead 85-53, running clock in effect. Pass over to Hoosier. Hoosier, 3 from the right corner, just bounces out. And Barren County comes back down the floor. Final 90 seconds. Peyton James. Fadeaway J. No good. Rebounded that time by Hoosier. Now Holbert. Now Bradford. Moving around the perimeter well are the Dragons. Duncan looking for an opportunity. Fakes the pass up to the left and finishes with his right.
Nice move.
1 minute to go in the ball game. Dragons looking to put it away. They lead 87-53. Their points per game on the season is only 63. They've bested that already by over 20 points. Here's a 3 for Barren County. That one rims off the back iron. It's Compton. Warren Central again, quick in transition. Randall Holbert running the point. Over, long 3 for Smith. Smith, no good. Too strong off the back iron, goes out of bounds. It's like off the foot of Jadis Duncan. That would be Duncan's, or Smith's rather, first shot attempt of the season for Warren Central. Here's James. Now over to Griggs. Final 15 seconds of the contest. Griggs, stop and pop. Long 2 connects. His first field goal comes in the closing seconds. Warren Central hustling to the other side of the court, but that'll put it away as the Dub C chants echo throughout the Dragons' lair. Warren Central tallies their 11th win on the season with a final score, 87-55 over the visiting Barren County Trojans. We'll step aside, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll have your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia post-game show, including stats and some highlights, as well as what you can look forward to in the coming weeks for our basketball coverage when we return. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountains Sports Network.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain. Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like CalSpa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait, the dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like CalSpa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Final score complete here between the Dragons and Barren County. Warren Central takes the win 87-55 to improve to 11-1 on their season. Barren County falling to 9-4, and a stout performances was as we take a look at your stats and we welcome you into your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia post-game show. See that final score and also those field goal attempts, but the turnover margin as well. Most notably, Warren Central not getting into double digits in turnovers until late in that fourth quarter and only amounting 10 total. Barren County, though, with 18 in the contest. Cleaned some stuff up in the second half, but ultimately it would be the Dragons' stellar full-court pressure defense that would keep Barren County from finding any more opportunities at the basket, and that shows in just that pure deficit of field goal attempts.
Oh, yeah, and the Dragons just went flying high and just put points on the board and just kept moving as if the game was still in the first quarter. If we take a look at individual stats here, we'll start with the Barren County Trojans. The 16 points by Weston Shelton, but he had 5 rebounds. Maddox Griggs, 3 points, 2 rebounds. Wade Compton had a rebound. Cameron Pippin, 3 points, 2 rebounds. Carson Browning, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Cade Hardy, our player to watch, had 12 points, 2 rebounds. Jackson Bird, 4 points, 4 rebounds. Gavin Nunn, still crashing the board, 8 rebounds, 11 points on the night. And the Warren Central Dragons, Armani Bird, our player to watch, 13 points, 9 rebounds. Caleb Prince, 12 points, 2 rebounds. Cash had it all tonight. He had $25 today. He had $25 with 5 rebounds. Ryan Holbert, 3 points, 2 rebounds. Jeremiah McCombs, 2 points, 4 rebounds. KJ Johnson, 7 points, 1 rebound on the night. Bryce Cousin, 2 rebounds. Merle had 2 rebounds. Dominique Anthony with 13 points. Randall Hobart is 4 points, 1 rebound. Hoosier, 2 points, 1 rebound. And Jadis Duncan also had 2 points, 3 rebounds on the evening.
Woo.
Man.
Points galore.
In bunches. And Cash led the way. Nothing but money, like you said, bringing it in the bank.
Bringing in the bank for Cash Carter. And we will get to superlatives in just a moment for Cash Carter. But ultimately, your final score being 87-55, with the Dragons tallying their 11th win of the season. And that is where we will go ahead and take our break. When we come back, we'll wrap up our post-game coverage. And along with that, we'll crown our player of the game, if you couldn't have guessed who it might be already when we return. We'll be back in just a moment with your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia post-game show. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated. And from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
This isn't just bubbles, it's balance. Relax sore muscles, refresh your mind, recharge your spirit. Discover the best hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. More than bubbles, it's balance. The emails can wait, the dishes can wait. Life feels better when you press pause. Find your escape with the top hot tub brands like Cal Spa, Hot Springs, and Free Flow. Available locally at Aqualand on Campbell Lane. Your backyard getaway awaits.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back inside Warren Central High School, wrapping up your Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia post-game show as we're here to crown our player of the game tonight. And if you couldn't guess by our segment before we went to break, tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Warren RECC and NCTC, is the junior guard, Cash Carter. Finished tonight with 25 points on 8 for 10 shooting from the field, including 4 straight three-pointers, and actually 5 straight if you don't count the free throw that was in the middle. So really, 5 straight threes for Cash Carter and 6 total in the contest. A great outing by Cash Carter, 25 total points. Just saw him getting interviewed over there by some members of the local media, so no doubt he's going to get his spotlight for the next couple of days, and very much deserving. So congratulations to Cash Carter, you're tonight's player of the game. For your high-speed internet needs, choose NCTC, powered by Warren RECC. It's fast, reliable service with a hometown touch. And we got to also give a shout-out to our play of the game, and it came with a side of raspberry jam, because you just got to watch this. KJ Johnson knows the assignment, sends it up high, and the big mama jama from Armani Bird. We knew going into this game that Armani Bird looks for posters. He had so many last season just as a sophomore, and he's collecting more as the season goes on, and he'll only get more from here. But he loves a good dunk, loves a good poster. They always look for that opportunity, and KJ Johnson set him up perfectly.
Man, absolutely perfectly. I couldn't ask for one better. Like you said, seeing it go down, you knew it was going to happen. It was wide open range for it, man, and it was absolutely amazing. Love games like this.
It was a great game. The score is not reflective of how both these teams performed tonight. The Dragons end up with the win, 87-55, the final score. Again, a huge shout out to all of our sponsors who make it possible to get out here to the games here in South Central Kentucky each and every week, including Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia, Aqualand Pool and Spa, Morgantown Bank and Trust, Edmonton State Bank, NCTC powered by Warren RECC, Toyota of Bowling Green, and State Farm agent Will Coker. We appreciate them for being a part of our crew and our team and making it possible to get out to these games and highlight these local athletes today. A great games on deck we had for this doubleheader today. And, of course, a huge shout-out to our crew, our director-producer, Mr. Matthew Clark, on the cameras, on the game cam, Dalton Lawson, on our alt-tight cam, Seth Daniel, and for our man Andy Morgan back at the board, getting us live on the radio waves. We appreciate all of them for getting us on the air tonight. We're signing off for now for Big Hamp. I'm Ryan Murphy. We'll see you at our next game. Stay tuned to our social media at 7 Mountain Sports Soki for all that's to come for our local broadcast coverage. We'll see you next time you're listening and watching local high school hoops. We'll see you next time on the 7 Mountains Sports Network. Good night, everybody.
We gone.